Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Potluck. And on this episode, we're talking about superpowers in every aspect.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Roger, 0G, and I feel fine.
Hello, and welcome back to the Potluck, where you get what you get.
What up, fellas?
Hello, guys.
What's going on, peoples?
It has been quite some time, but we are back and we are alive. But today, as you've heard, we are talking about the powers of super. So, what we got? What's your favorite superpowers? Or, yeah, what is your favorite superpower?
Flight or teleportation.
That's your favorite singular superpower?
Yeah. Just singular superpower?
Yeah, because a lot of superheroes do have a combination of powers that make it all come together and work.
Yeah,
but what is your one favorite singular superpower?
Probably super speed.
That's
Yeah?
always a good one.
Yeah, you know how, like, the Flash can do all that shit, like, move his molecules super fast and go through solid walls and stuff. Like, that's pretty fucking broken.
Yeah. It's the thing with, like, speed is, like, the faster you go, the least physics matters, and like how you can just start breaking the laws of physics. And it's one of the things that like very few like Superman and like hero comics discuss how like disgusting the Flash's punches would actually be.
Yeah.
But there's that moment in the Justice League show where Lex Luthor fused with Brainiac, and he looks like the Flash is running away, and he's just getting speed to just
running around
just
the world to rock
bow,
the
and
fucking
like
jaw.
each punch is
They
breaking
put
his
that
armor.
move I think that's his, in Injustice he does that one.
Yeah,
the
that's
first
his
one.
X-ray and Injustice, where
He
he
said,
runs
I brought
around
that
the
shit
planet.
from Africa.
Nah, the second one when he goes extra crazy, he's like, nah, bro, that punch through time, my boy. You got hit by a dinosaur. How did it feel?
Yeah,
He said, I signed the Declaration of Independence when I punched you.
Just for funsies.
but the craziest thing the Flash does is the infinite mass punch, where it's essentially because he's moving so fast that when he makes connection, that the punch is like being punched by a star, and it's why that at certain speeds the Flash can go toe to toe with Superman just by the laws of like
I feel like if
speed
he
and
wanted
inertia.
to, he went fast and, just caught him and just do that shit where he just goes for the heart. And just
The thing is, though, that Superman can do the same thing. But the one thing they very rarely talk about with Superman is, like, that he doesn't have the speed force like the Flash does.
Yeah.
So, the Flash never makes, like, a sonic boom unless he's, like, tweaking. Or, like, or he never, like, sets the road on fire unless it's, like, his shoes might get hot or they might melt, but you never see him do, like, a fire trail. Mm-hmm. Superman should be doing that shit all the time. Like, you always see him do a sonic boom, but, like, whenever they have their races, there should be one path that's just fucked from
Destruction.
what Superman was. Just straight
Absolute
destruction.
That's why you gotta go high. You gotta get the air up there, bro. You gotta go up. Gotta go up.
Then that's cheating, though, because you have no obstructions. You can just go in a straight line. The Flash still got to weave through stuff. You know, he got children and babies, and he can't hit and shit.
Children. If you're racing around the world, if in the interest of fairness, most of it's ocean.
yeah.
Yeah, but you got...
Start at the hey, we're gonna start at California. That gives him a lot of time to figure some shit out before you start hitting by the time you get to Europe, you gotta figure something out.
But I'd figure that, the world will be on notice. Like, hey, clear the streets because these motherfuckers coming through here.
Make it news. It'd be fun.
But still, though, there's no straight...
like that Tom and Jerry movie.
That is a great movie. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know
It's
the
a
one.
great-ass movie. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Tom and Jerry movie.
There's one where they have to do. They're like doing the Amazing Race, and they keep it going because like, yo, this mouse and this cat is heat. And towards the end, they're like, fuck, we just got to end this episode. So they give them rocket cars.
It's great. It's a great episode. I knew exactly what you were talking about as soon as you said it. But like, even if you cleared all the people, you still got to weave through buildings. There's no like straight point A to point B on our planet. You
hold
know
on,
what I'm
fam.
saying?
I know,
but
I
if
get
you
what
were
you're
able
saying.
to fly
But
above that, you
want
could
him to
do that.
Let Superman cause millions upon trillions of dollars of damage, or give him this slight advantage. He's still gonna lose. I mean, I think he's still gonna lose.
I think he'd lose, but I don't know what Superman's flight speed versus his ground speed. I don't know which is faster. You would
Flight
think
speed.
flight. You would think flight,
It's flight speed.
but I don't know. That's interesting.
Because when you get high enough where like where you're taking advantage of not being able to hit anything for real, you got less wind resistance.
True.
Like he might fuck around and hit some turbulence, but he'll be alright. He's Superman.
True. And
Unless it's like kryptonite turbulence, Lex Luthor is like, I got this. Boom, kryptonite cloud, and it's like,
you know, that was one of the explanations for the OG Superman game. For
that's what I thought too, because I didn't know. You're the first person I've ever hear say that other than me. But I was like, hey, it's green stuff, kryptonite cloud.
Talk about
Superman 64.
Game. That was the worst game
so
ever made.
The reason that it was so bad is because the studio that initially made it, they wanted to just completely destroy the game, and they were like, that and DC was like giving them a lot of shit. Like there was a point where Superman was supposed to be like swimming.
That checks out.
And then DC was like, Superman can't swim. And they were like, what do you mean? The guy who flies in space can't swim? Why not? And they had to dig through like old comic books to like the OG Superman where he was just jumping buildings. So like, look, Superman can swim. Let us put it in the game.
Bruh.
So like there was the whole way that game was doomed
DC
to
be
fail.
tweaking sometimes. That's why they helped make the worst Mortal Kombat game ever made.
I rented
Mortal
that
Kombat
game.
is like a game.
It's not a good Mortal Kombat.
I rented that game from Hollywood Video, and it was just the worst decision ever.
Yeah.
At least you didn't buy it.
No, I'm glad I didn't buy it. I would have been like, let's take this back. This is terrible.
The Superman game for the Xbox though, that was a pretty decent game.
It's not better than the Hulk game though.
No, the Hulk game.
Hulk, the destruction one with the car knuckles. No,
Yes, where you can like interact with the environment.
Not better. They got cooked up on that one. They got cooked up.
That game was solid because that was based off of the movie that it came out, the David Banner movie.
Was it?
Loosely.
Was it?
So that was why your Hulk got to be like, that was when the Hulk got really, really big at some points.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was loosely based off that Hulk
It was
because
fun running up buildings.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know nothing about that. I was like, I just like fucking shut up.
yeah, because that was the only Hulk iteration where the Hulk actually like gained like size. Because usually he just gets more strong. He doesn't ever like grow to the size of a fucking house like in that movie.
That era had a couple of good sleeper Marvel games. For instance, another good Marvel superhero game that came out around that time was Wolverine's Revenge. It was kind of loosely based on like it was like the Wolverine thing where he's looking for Sabretooth and shit. But as far as application of all of Wolverine's abilities, it was really cool. You had to use his super smell. Obviously, you got the claws and regeneration, all that bullshit. But the fact that you actually had to use his nose and whatnot, I'm like, hey, that's not a power you usually get to use a lot because you had to track people down. You
That's
have to
cool.
use his tracking ability to hunt stuff down.
That's
like,
dope.
it's way better than the movie.
That's dope. That's talking about powers that are like only good if you have the other ones. The claws suck if you don't have the healing factor.
Yeah.
But then again, though, at a certain point, it would stop hurting because the reason it hurts for Wolverine is he doesn't develop scar tissue.
Yeah.
So if you only had the claws, eventually
it would suck for a while.
It would suck for a while, and then you'd have to deal with that blood loss while you're fighting every time.
You got to try not to bleed out.
Yeah, that would be your new goal. But eventually,
you'd be on a
stop
timer.
being in pain.
You'd be on a timer every fight.
I mean, you could always just like kind of just like flex them a little bit, get them to come out just a little bit, just through the tip, you know?
I guess you could change his fighting style a little bit, like do a partial release and hit him with the.
No, I'm just talking about just getting that scar tissue for where it comes out built up, and then once you get that built up, then you can go full claws. But it's gonna hurt no matter what he does.
That's why he gets so mad.
Look what you made me do. And like when you see
You did this to me.
Is it it's Wolverine Origins. When you see how his knuckles move aside when they come apart, I was like, that shit hurt like a motherfucker because his hand just like gets wide.
I wonder
the bones.
I feel like that shouldn't happen only because because he had the bone claws before. So one would think that is because that's how his natural body mutation worked, that there would be some kind of natural mechanism in there that is not painful to him.
Natural buffer.
Or at least like what we are seeing doesn't hurt, you know what I'm saying? You know how it's one of those things that, you know how if you see like an animal squeeze through something, it's like, oh man, that looked like it hurt, but it doesn't because their body's meant to do it.
I think the way that it's because initially when he first made the character, they were in his gloves, but the way that that was when the first Wolverine run, he just had gloves that had claws on it. That's how it is. Most of your favorite superheroes, their original iteration sucks.
Hey, it's okay.
It's
my
real
favorite
not
X-Men, you made me not like him anymore, and I'm still mad at you about this. You told me how Cyclops actually works, and it made me
you
mad.
don't like the punch beams?
I don't like that you said that.
The punch beams are cool.
Punch beams.
I don't like
the punch beams are cool.
I don't like the punch beams. I like back when I thought they were lasers. I don't like that they're punch beams.
For those that don't know, Cyclops' eye beams are actually, his eyes open up to a universe that is pure kinetic energy. And so in essence, when he opens his eyes and shoots out, he's shooting punch beams.
I don't like that.
And if you looked at the way his eyes work, they doesn't burn.
Yeah.
It chisels stuff away.
He's right, and I hate it.
And that's why it knocks Wolverine back. His shirt never said.
He's right, and I hate it.
It's punch beams.
I hate it so much. Like, I grew up loving Cyclops, and like in one sentence, you made me hate it, and like my whole life is a lie. And I hate it.
I think it's pretty cool.
It's pretty fucking lame. It's pretty fucking lame, real talk. I see why people be talking shit about Cyclops.
I told you.
I get it now.
He likes to ruin childhoods.
You know how many years I spent?
cool.
You know how many years I spent wasting defending this nigga? Like, people are like, oh no, Cyclops ass. I'm like, nah, bro, he's a good dude.
See,
I'm like, nah, bro. And I'm like, nah, he is ass.
Only reason people think that Cyclops is ass is people that didn't really read the comic books and only saw the movies. Where
I think Cyclops was cool. That's why I didn't like those. I didn't like that they made him bullshit.
They
I'm
made
like,
him a simp.
I'm like, they made him bullshit. And I'm like, that's not the same guy. It's not.
No,
that's not
and
the same
like
dude.
they made Wolverine
That's
the
not the same
leader
dude.
because Wolverine was the more marketable hero. But like in all the comic books, Cyclops is the leader and is like the cool one of the group. Wolverine's kind of like, we like you, but you an asshole.
I even fucked with him in the cartoon.
Cartoon Cyclops, even the teenage one,
the 93.
X-Men Evolution. I like that one.
Yeah,
when they was teenagers, that was a good one. Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Oh, I like the shit. Talk about a good episode in that when him and his brother reunited.
Mm-hmm.
They were fighting somebody and their powers like super developed. So his like optic blasts were like astronomical. They had white hair and shit.
Astronomical punches.
Yeah. That was when they were fighting. Was it Apocalypse?
I can't remember who they
When he made him like a horseman or something.
It could have, yeah, I think so.
Could have been that. Could have maybe been the Phoenix Force.
Long,
Man, but I used to fuck with that show a lot.
No, I watched it. It was on WB Kids.
Yeah, sure was.
Rip.
That's when they had Wolverine in the orange.
Yeah, the orange and black suit. I fought with the orange and
wasn't
black
really
suit.
cool.
He wasn't really part of the
Black was
scene because
cool.
he was older, but he was, doing his own thing.
Wolverine,
Yeah.
grown ass man.
Yeah, that'd be weird if he was hanging out with them.
Hello, fellow children.
What's up, guys? Hello,
It's me,
fellow
the
teenagers.
Canadian.
It's always been weird, him and Jean Grey's relationship. It's like,
Oh.
sir, you are 200 years old. Leave her alone.
Alright, so like,
She's a child.
what do you?
Sorry.
I mean, like,
At no point is it okay.
it's not okay. But I'm just like,
That's that Edward and Bella type shit.
point
It's
is-
not okay.
Bro, so I just saw a video
even if he
today-
wasn't 200, you look like you're
saw a
40.
video today
That's
of
what
the-
I'm saying.
Of the timeline. So all those movies are in the timeline of like 2 years. So this happened. All that shit we saw.
Edward
that's why
groomed her.
Happens over 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And they're literally only together because he ignored her for like 2 months and then they broke up or whatever. They were only together for 12 months.
Total time, yeah.
Yes, and they got married and had a kid.
I mean, he
what
kinda
are you talking
groomed her.
about?
Twilight.
Oh.
And so
I was like, Wolverine
So-
did what?
no
Twilight
shame.
timeline.
I read all the books. No shame in it.
So what?
So there's a part where they kind of talk about that even vampires' smell is kind of hypnotic to humans.
Yeah.
And they never really say if Bella's immune to that. They just say none of the actual vampire powers and shit work. on her.
not the powers. It's like when their powers are like that, it's something with the mind. Like, oh girl, she didn't really make you feel pain physically. It was all in your
It's like,
head.
yeah, it's all the mental shit didn't work
all
on
the
Bella.
mental stuff she could block that.
And so like,
Block.
no matter what you want to say,
Blocking power.
Edward was an 109-year-old man. You know.
Version.
Oh!
Oh, he wasn't no virgin.
He was a virgin.
Nah, he wasn't no virgin.
Yeah,
Edward
he was.
fucks. Edward fuck. He wasn't no virgin.
Renessman. Not Renessman.
He said he was a virgin, but you trying to tell me.
Rosa League was after his ass for so long. He's like, no.
You trying to tell me he ain't never?
Virgin.
I'm sure that's what he told her to get into them panties, but I don't. That ain't.
He's
That's
a
cap.
virgin, doggy.
That's cap.
He's
I
a
don't know.
100-year-old
Especially
virgin.
Book Edward. Book Edward seemed like he because
He was a virgin.
he
Bro.
went through that period where he was only eating people that was pretty much rapists and murderers, and you
know
can't
why?
tell me he ain't getting no damn on the
No,
stress
bro, because he
cooch.
was like,
I don't believe it.
He was like, it's not, no, that's not how you do it.
I know the book says he's actually a virgin, but in my head canon he's not.
You just refuse to believe
refuse
it.
to
You
believe
think he's a
that.
dirty,
Bro,
dirty
no,
liar?
right here.
No. I know it is
All right.
because
So
it says he's
Is
a
he
virgin.
a virgin or a liar?
That's what I'm saying. Because I know he
Do you
is.
think
Because
he's
he
a
lost
virgin
his
or a
virginity
liar?
to Bella. First time he hit, got her pregnant. Sucks to be that guy.
Dude, he had,
Odds,
he
bro.
had
The
Bad
odds.
luck.
He had vampire sperm. She was gonna get pregnant.
Bro, it's dead.
who even knew anything would come out?
What?
No,
You said
see,
that like
okay.
that. What?
Here's the thing.
They don't have a pulse.
No, here's the thing. They're like not. They don't really die per se. It's like they're frozen in whatever form they.
Oh yeah, I
were
forgot they were
at that
freestyling and
age.
they were freestyling with vampires in that universe,
Yeah,
right?
vampires are very
They
loose
were
term.
they were just
don't even
freestyling,
have
right?
fangs in that universe.
Like it's
What?
like-
Hold
Yeah,
on,
they don't
time
have
out.
fangs.
How did they do the killing?
They
with
just bite
regular
you.
regular
I mean,
insiders?
it's like they don't have like the they have larger canines, but you wouldn't call them fangs. You would call them sharp
and
teeth.
They're very like they're like stone.
So they scrape and lick. Is that what you're saying? They scrape and lick.
Drake
Yeah.
They get him with the.
No, just like Jacob isn't a werewolf; he's a shapeshifter.
This is
Just
so.
it just so
fucking
happens
odd.
that's the shape that his.
He's a shapeshifter
tribe
that can only
takes.
form in the shape into one thing.
Yeah.
The fuck?
He could have easily been an eagle.
Because it's
You
more of
shape,
a
you shape into the most like practical thing to help you kill whatever is trying to kill you.
So what you're saying is the people that were saying is vampires and werewolves are liars, or they were just freestyling.
she essentially was freestyling with what vampire mythos is in
Yeah.
her universe.
Yeah.
Because even because you because like you said, you can't even call them werewolves because
don't-
they don't even they don't
the
change
boys
in the
glow in the
And
sun?
they-
Don't they get
they-
sparkly?
they glisten in the
they
sun.
be glistening.
This is the skin of a killer.
Say it out loud.
Them boys be playing.
Yeah, no, there's none of the stuff that's in there. They don't turn into bats. They can be out in the sun during the daylight. You can't stake them through the heart.
No, the only way to kill them is like you literally have to like rip their heads off and burn them.
Because if you rip their heads off, their body slowly like reattaches itself.
So yeah, she was freestyling 100%.
Yeah, no, like
She
yeah.
she was like, you know what? I prepared a fire verse for y'all, but fuck it, in the heat of the moment, I got something even better for y'all.
Pretty much, if there's no werewolves around, no vampires around, the werewolves will never become werewolves.
Then
And werewolves were real, but they're basically like extinct because the Volturi took them out.
And in the books and even in the movie a little bit, they kind of allude to like they didn't get all of them. They just made them that like we ain't seen
really,
them.
really,
You know,
and then they'll
yeah,
come
that
out.
is an astounding amount of lore that ultimately, at least as far as I've seen, doesn't really come into play too much.
Nah, see that's the thing. The movies leave out so much lore, but the
see.
series is kind of decent.
I
Like
see.
the books is kind of
The
good.
blonde dude is terrified of him because he almost got killed by one.
Yeah,
That seems pretty scary.
because there's more stuff of like Carlisle.
He's a bad guy. He deserves to die.
Yeah,
Wow.
but Carlisle
Damn,
was running
dude.
with the Volturi for a long time. Like Carlisle wasn't a good dude for a good while.
It, though.
Yeah, because I mean they was the elitist of elite, and you know
They would literally like have tourists take a tour of the town, and then like at the end of it, they just slaughtered them.
Oh, damn. Luckily Nick Cage didn't show up. They would have got Willy Wonderland.
You watch that?
Bro, yeah, I watched
Yeah.
it last week before I watched Cocaine Bear.
That's hate.
is it
She was-
good?
That's hate.
Oh, bro, when I told you I watched 2 movies last week and it was neck and neck,
Yeah.
I was literally struggling to figure out which one of those movies was better. Because there's a scene in that Nick Cage movie that is by far the funniest shit I have seen in any movie in a long ass time. Like
one?
the scene where they're about to fight the siren, and the old girl's like, "Oh yeah, it's two of us now. Let's get it." And his brake alarm goes off. He's like, "Oh shit!" And he just hands her the knife and dips out.
All right, I'm gonna take this out.
And he takes but did you notice that was the shortest break out of all the breaks he took in that movie? He was like, "I gotta get back, but I do." Dude told me take breaks. No, it was punch
beer.
soda.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Punch pop. That's what it says on the thing.
What is punch pop?
That's what he was drinking through the whole
I like to
movie.
think it's purple flirt, but that's just what he was drinking.
Man, I've always wanted purple flirt.
In my head, he's drinking purple flirt, and then he was making love to that pinball machine, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and figuratively, and maybe literally off camera, I don't know, but figuratively for sure. 'Cause, like, the way he cleaned everything.
My head canon is in his head. Snoop Dogg's Sexual Eruption was playing.
Did he or did he not clean that better than anything else in that whole building?
Oh, yeah,
Because like he cleaned the shit out of that building, but he was like,
He said she might be with him,
but she thinking about me.
and then like, anyway, he was when he started playing that bitch, he was hitting the
He's in that drum line. That boom.
he was about to tilt that bitch.
I want to see that vampire movie that Nick Cage is in.
The new one. There's actually a couple of Nick Cage movies I need to
Quietly
get on my
as it's
list.
kept.
I need to see Pig. I heard Pig is really.
Now Nick Cage is having a renaissance right now because he had Pig. He has the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. He has that movie, that Willy Wonderland. He has the what's it called? The vampire movie coming out right now.
No, you want to see a
Renfield.
metal ass movie that Nick Cage is in? You gotta watch Mandy.
Mandy, that came out recently too.
Yeah, because it's basically Willy's Wonderland, but with people this time, and he like forges this fucking battle axe. Badass.
I was just watching Next actually last night, the Nick Cage movie.
Oh, I thought for a second I thought you was talking about that TV show. That's what I thought too.
The dating
Yeah, because
thing?
MTV has some wild ass dating shows.
You remember Room Raiders?
That was I never liked Room Raiders. I thought that shit was unfair,
Man,
especially because they're just
terrible.
rating these. Like I thought the boy episodes was unfair because like most of these dudes, it's like they was just minding their own motherfucking business. And then, boom, bitch, we're up in here, and it's like, oh no, it's about to be a car crash.
It's like, man, you didn't let me. I didn't make up my bed. I still got
It's about to be a car crash.
my depression pile out
I still
here.
got porn on my computer.
These tissues is for sneezing. I swear.
Control Alt Delete.
Nah, bro, they run it up with the black light. I'm like, y'all just out of control.
Not the black light. Oh, bro.
There's no secret.
Yeah.
There's no secret
There's
to
a
Room
reason I ain't got
Raiders.
no black light in my room.
That's
That
baby
ain't
gravy.
India rap. Well, no one ever come in my room without a black light.
What's all this baby gravy?
That's terrible.
Oh,
That ain't
shit.
fair.
Oh, Family Guy when it's like, we're gonna show what hotels look like with black light. It's a bunch of fucking animals.
Yeah, Room Raiders is wild. But what is this next of what you are speaking?
So, it's this movie where Nick Cage can see exactly 2 minutes into the future.
Oh yeah,
And basically-
that was Third Night I at Home.
And for some reason, the FBI is like, we need you to stop this terrorist because you can see 2 minutes into the future.
Sir,
And the most he's doing with this power is gambling at Vegas. So that's the most he's doing. He ain't doing no like crazy like money laundering.
escalated quite quickly.
But so that's the thing. It goes from just him like, and then like the other thing is like he's kind of stalking this girl.
Oh,
Because he sees into the future. He's like, can only see 2 minutes. For some reason, he can see this chick that he's going to meet months from now. And so he spends like 2-3 months going to this diner at the exact same time every day waiting. And then, because I was watching it, because I saw it when I was young. I used to like this movie. And I was watching now, I'm like, man, Nick Cage is creepy through this whole movie. Because he like, you know, when you go to spit your shot at a shorty, and you're like, man, I wish I could have used a different line. So because he can see 2 minutes into the future, he can like do kind of like these test runs to see like what's the best way to get her. And then he like,
does he fumble anyway?
no, he ends up because if you can see every possible future,
Hey,
you can pick the one. And so he works, and he
some
ends
people
up
just
like
can't execute, bro.
he ends up finessing his way into her car to go like to like 5 states away, knowing the FBI's after him. Yeah, bro, it's a whole creepy ass movie, and then like, in the whole time
That's a decision.
he's checking the future all the time to see which way. He's like, nah. It's like that Rick and Morty episode where he's trying to date Summer.
The thing with the
crystal.
He was definitely not trying to date Summer in that episode.
Nah, he was
not his sister.
Not so right.
Yeah.
But he does have the incest baby.
I know what you're talking about. That happens later, but that's certainly not what he was doing in that episode.
Oh, what's her name? Oh, what is the girl?
Jessica.
Jessica. Nah, Tammy's bird
Jessica.
person's name. That was good. But yeah, now next is a weird movie. Cool power. Being able to see 2 minutes
There was
in the
another
future.
show. There was a Cartoon Network show when they were doing that seeing real shit. The main character had a power like that. He called it Preception. Tower Prep.
Yeah.
The show was kind of fire.
Tower Prep. That's a
out of all the
throwback.
seeing real shows, that was the only one. That one, Destroy Build Destroy, was fun. And
Sponsor us, but like
there was one game show. I like this show. They would be on roller coasters and ask trivia questions. One kid. Obviously he get shit right, but I thought that was hilarious. But those are only seeing real shows I thought were worth keeping. But all that shit went away. Obviously.
Speaking of superheroes, do y'all remember the Nickelodeon superhero guy? He was like, it was in between like shows. He had like a cape and like, hold on,
The stick guy?
No.
Super Stick?
No. It was like a white dude.
I remember Super Stick.
No, I gotta look it up.
You remember Super Stick?
I think so.
Yeah, the popsicle stick with the cape. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And the nose and eyes.
yeah.
I remember that guy.
At least I know my thing's real. I'm sure you're not making this up, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Because it was this dude. No, wait a minute. Is this the guy? Yeah, Pigman. Pigman, that was his name.
Oh,
Pigman.
yeah, I do remember Pigman.
Pigman.
I do remember Pigman.
Yes.
Because he would always pick shit.
I didn't know he wore earrings. Didn't realize he had on earrings the whole time. Did y'all realize that?
Yeah, because he picked them out himself.
Yes, Pigman.
Dude, I thought you were talking about that weird superhero guy from Pete and Pete.
What is Pete and Pete? What is Pete and Pete? Hold on. Your old ass said this.
I don't want to talk about it no more.
This black and white cartoon.
This man pulled up with Pete and Pete. Get off that. Astro Boy is in black and white.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You never seen Pete and Pete?
No, I don't know what the
It
fuck
was
you
one of
talking
the OG
about.
Nickelodeon shows, man.
Is that the one with the dude ranch?
No, that's dude.
Oh.
No,
Well,
Pete,
that was
Pete
my
Pete
guess.
is about two brothers and their names is Pete and Pete.
Couldn't have guessed that.
Wow. Oh, boy.
No, I've never seen this in my life.
Yeah, it's old, man.
I told you. It's old.
It started, first episode was in 91.
Yeah, bro, I wasn't alive yet.
The last episode was in 96.
Yeah, I just was alive. We love you, puppy, but we don't know what the heck you're talking about.
I was born in 89.
Oh, my God. You almost killed me.
No, but I thought you were talking about this
Pete
guy.
and Pete.
I thought you were talking about this
You know? Who the fuck is that?
guy. That's Artie, man.
Who is Artie?
What the fuck?
Artie, strongest man in the world.
It was a different time. It was a different time.
So they was just putting anything on TV back in the day, huh?
It was a
You
weird
can wear
show.
a striped
So
shirt and
you
be
guys
like,
don't know
oh,
who-
man.
You guys don't know who
It's like Art Garfunkel?
Oh,
You
man.
guys don't know who Danny Tamborelli is?
Shut up. Anyway.
that ain't no real
He
name.
was on All That.
Is that the
It's the red hair dude from All That.
redhead dude?
Oh God.
Okay. So, you know what show was actually really good at applying singular powers? You should all guess.
Let me
this.
guess. Teen Titans.
All right, you.
Give me another
Singular
guess.
powers.
At a singular powers for characters.
Is it My Hero?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we better
I was
talk
gonna
about
say
that.
Captain Planet.
Nah, because they got two powers. They have their power, but they also have the power to summon Captain Planet.
That was just a summoning jutsu.
Bullshit. Anyway, he always did the heavy lifting any fucking way. Like, I don't even know why they had them elemental shits. All they did was show up, occasionally use their power, summon Captain Planet, be like, Captain Planet, save us!
I don't
He'd be like,
understand.
Captain Planet!
The application was the problem because there's tree huggers. That's why you can't give tree huggers superpowers. They don't know how to actually use
They
them.
can be that because you know who was actually super cracked?
Who?
The heart guy. The heart guy,
I don't get why he was cracked. Explain.
because he can like influence he basically has the power to
Emotions.
like influence emotions and shit. So he can basically start a riot on his own if he
Say,
wanted.
yeah, heart, you horny?
He could also be a menace if he chose to do so.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, that dude was secretly cracked, even though his intro was the weakest of all of them.
Heart.
Oh, and he pulls up last. That's why it's bad.
Because heart's most important. It has
I
to
mean,
go
maybe
last.
so, but you can't pull up fire, water, wind, earth, heart. Oh,
You know, it was a great mock of that was when Rick and Morty did it.
Oh, I
That
haven't
was
seen
funny.
that.
Now, what was
That was
great
funny.
though was when Morty went winds instead, so it wasn't just one gust; it was a bunch of gusts that blew that guy's head up. And I was like, "See, that's proper application. He ain't a goddamn tree hugger. He knows about war." Okay,
the reason I say that my hero is really good at application of singular powers is because some of them powers in that show are whack.
Yeah.
tape elbows.
Nah, I love tape elbows. But yeah, nah, that's just lame. If I got
This is
saved by
whack.
tape elbows, I'm like, no, put me back.
Grape juice.
Let somebody else get. And he comes up clutch later in the show.
He does.
He actually comes up
really
clutch.
The purple balls guy?
Mineta, yeah, he
Oh,
comes up clutch.
Manetta got the sauce.
Stop.
And he shouldn't.
He got the sauce.
Does he get
should
bigger?
not.
Or is he still, like,
he has
child
moments,
size?
bro. He has moments.
Does he
I'm
grow?
telling
No.
you. No, but he has
In heart,
moments.
he grows in spirit.
So he's not as horny anymore.
I don't know about all
Yeah,
that.
nah, yeah.
He didn't grow up, but he didn't do that. But he grew in spirit. He's braver now.
He's still a perv.
The
He's
balls
bolder.
guy, the sticky balls guy.
Yeah.
Sticky balls, yeah. Yeah, he comes up clutch.
I always think about that training montage when he started crying because his head started bleeding and shit. I'm like, does this hurt you?
Yeah.
I don't even know how he got into class 1A.
Because his power, when applied properly, we see it's useful. Even his dumb ass
yeah.
get use out of it. If he wasn't such a horny bastard,
I mean,
he'd probably get high mileage out of
You
it.
can't unstick from him.
Like it's like,
Pause.
especially when you're trying to ensnare a villain.
His I feel like
Got
his
him.
power comes really useful in like disaster situations.
Yeah,
To like rescue people.
It's like hold shit up, you know.
and disaster heroes, like you want them to be top notch because they really on the day to day when things are good, they will probably get more actual work than
Yeah.
anyone else. Most
Are
of
there
the
firefighters in My Hero still? Like,
Yeah.
or is it just all heroes?
the water
There's
based
still
heroes,
cops and all
yeah,
that.
but like there's like water based heroes because like the angry kid that Deku saved, I can't remember his fucking name when he fought Muscular.
Oh yeah. I
His
know
parents, they were both water based heroes, and they probably handle fire.
I like
situations.
Black Hole suit. I like that. The
Oh,
character with the finger.
It was like 9. What was that their name? I think they were like 9 or something.
Oh,
like that. With the spacesuit
With the
looking?
spacesuit, I
And they
think
would-
it is 9.
Yeah, just yeah.
That was a good disaster hero, and because really,
Rubble.
at least from what we saw during
I
the All
feel-
Might era, most heroes outside of Endeavor, because he's an edgelord, they were just bullying most of the time. They were just
Now, say what
Get
you
some
want about
endorsements.
Endeavor, but in that universe,
He's putting
I
work
don't
in.
think what he did was that bad. Hear me, mine is the beating his wife stuff, 'cause that's fucked up.
He beat his
Shouldn't
wife.
have done. Nah, he's
He
beat
ain't
the
beat
shit
her.
out of
He
his
shoved
wife.
her and slapped her once or twice.
What
would you call that?
That's teaching her.
He's a
a lesson.
All right,
Hero.
Ray Rice, relax.
Did he- Teaching her a lesson.
He was this side. He was this side. What you saying?
He was like, "Don't make me talk to you with my hand."
He's like, my job is stressful.
Don't make me William hurt you.
He said, "Make me kids with both. I want fire and ice, like
Now-
Game of Thrones."
It's your fault.
And in that universe, I'm not saying that his application terrible, but what he was trying to do, not a terrible
trying to
idea.
do?
It was at the time. It was apparently in that universe. At the time, it wasn't the most uncommon thing, and then it just became out of style. They're like, this is kind of
yeah,
whack
like he
It's kinda
literally
lame.
married her because he wanted to.
because
Well,
he was
it-
trying to make a Todoroki. It worked eventually.
Yeah, but it's like when people in our
Actually-
world, like you got two tall people, it's like, well, we gonna fucking make a tall kid.
High key. He made. That would mean that's how we got Yao Ming. But that's no bullshit, bro. They was making. They said he was making them drink this shit to make him tall. He was only supposed to grow to be like maybe 6'8". He was gonna be tall, but he wasn't gonna be that damn tall.
What was he, 7'2"?
No, I think he's like 7'5".
Jesus Christ.
7. Cause Shaq's 7'2", and I think he was like 7'4".
Jesus
Yao Ming's a
Christ.
fucking giant dude. But they was making him drink all these weird protein jiggabobbers to make him grow.
What I wanted to say real quick is, I want to give that man his flowers. The guy who created My Hero, because you know how
The Horikoshi?
like, Like how original and creative you got to be to make a universe where everybody has a power.
And he pulled up with like 7 different Spider-Man. I love it.
He smokes weed.
I love how many different versions of Spider-Man he pulled up with. It's amazing.
Yeah. Even what's his face, Gran Torino, has like some Spider-Man-esque type shit, you know.
It's like he took took a lot of aspects of Spider-Man because that's his favorite superhero and put it in that show. Just broke him up,
Dude,
and then he made Deku Super
Shadow,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, seriously.
The Black Whip.
Yeah,
Deku out here like.
and it. I was like, "Yo, is he turning him into Spider-Man?" And then when he unlocked,
the
then he
danger
unlocked that, I was like,
sense?
"Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he turned him into Spider-Man." And then when he got the kinetic shit, I'm like, "Oh no, he's turning him into Super Spider-Man."
Yeah.
I got you. I got it.
I like I always see this edit where it's Deku and All Might running together, and then Deku starts teeing up, and the hood comes down, and you start seeing he's doing like the Black Whip and shit, and like he's moving through the city, and he's just, but it's also to Black Betty. So that's the edit that's cut to that. So, oh, Black Betty, blah, 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 and Deku just moving and shit on his feet, and they're just hype in my room by myself, not doing shit else. But hype as hell.
Man, like the applications of when what the fuck is Tokoyami learns to actually glide with his powers.
Yeah.
It's like he's learning.
Oh, is that the hand guy with all
No,
the limbs?
he has
That's-
the black shadow
that's Dark
bird.
Shadow.
Dark
Oh,
shadow.
okay. He learns how to fly with it.
He learns how to glide, fall with style.
He flying.
Dog Shadow.
He flying. I bet he covered more distance than he should.
100%.
So he's flying.
That motherfucker damn near flying.
But the reason I say he's not Hawks. Hawks, that motherfucker can fly.
Well, Hawks has actual wings.
That's what I'm saying.
Who the fuck is Hawks?
It's close.
You so behind.
He's a
bro.
bird.
Okay.
He don't talk. He just he.
He's too cool, bro. He's too cool for words. You'll catch up. You'll see.
You'll see it eventually.
Is the dude that eats sugar to get strong? Is he still in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Is it Sugar Rush?
Yeah, I forgot about him. That power. He looks like
Captain
he
Diabetes
looks
is
like
like-
Go from Ultimate Muscle.
He does.
He looks
Kid
like
Muscle.
Kid Muscle,
It looks like
bro.
Kid Muscle.
He looks
The
like
lip.
fucking the big ass lips.
I ain't gonna.
I'm waiting to
lie.
pull up and start singing about rice and cow.
What's old boy name with the arms and the extra limbs?
I don't fuck with him. I don't like him.
No, bro. He's gonna have.
You talking about the dude with the eyes and the ears?
I don't like
Nah,
him.
he gonna have a part coming up, and he gonna.
He got lots of parts.
I want him
You
to
know what I'm
die.
talking about, right? When he's,
I hope they kill him.
he's fighting
I
Wow.
don't
Why do you
like
want him to die?
He makes me uncomfortable.
It's a
You know what?
He makes me uncomfortable.
Spinner. Hold on. You know what? You're actually the reason why the heteromorphs want to start a revolt. People like you.
Good. Revolt, so we can just put y'all down. You freaks.
Wow, this guy.
What's
You're
wrong with
monsters.
you?
What is wrong?
You good? You good, bro?
If I woke up with a shark head and that's all I had was just shark head, bro, put me out my
that
misery.
shark head
Kill
guy.
me.
Shark head guy did not take advantage. He could have done something with his life. He could have
What,
been a
bro?
hero.
Eat people?
No, he
What else
he
did you
could have
do with
been
Shark Head?
a sea-based superhero.
He could have ran
And
with
have to bite people.
Yeah, he could run with Orca. He can run with Gang Orca.
Gang-
Gang
Does he
Orca.
have actual powers besides just being an orca, though?
Gang Orca. He's also
He's
the
strong.
he's also voted hero that looks most like a villain. So that's something.
He does.
Orca's clean, bro. He be with the suit.
I fuck with Gang Orca.
Gang Orca.
I'll fuck with
that
Gang
name
Orca.
is.
But Gang Orca is
he
still
pulls-
humanoid.
if he
His
pulls
buddy just
up-
had a shark head.
He's humanoid on the other part.
He ain't had no super strength.
We don't know what he got.
Gang Orca?
No, we're talking about shark head
We don't
dude
know
that
what he
was
can
just
do.
walking around
We
with a
don't
shark
know
head.
what
We
he
didn't
can
even know
do.
what Shark Head
He
can
didn't
do,
try. Well, as far as we know, maybe
Look,
he's just ass.
look,
he could be
if
like gentle criminal. He's just ass. He tried to be a hero, but he sucks at it.
Look, the only type of hero like that I respect is Moomin Rider.
I do fuck with Lumen Rider because he's not bad. He got the spirit. He was ready to die for this shit.
You guys talking about old boy from One Punch?
Yeah, with the bike.
Yeah.
His superpower, stamina.
Boy,
That boy don't get
he
tired.
was in balance.
He was
He was hauling through the rain.
He was
I never
pedaling.
moved that fast through the rain and not fall.
was biking
My
that
boy
dead
was pedaling. And I
Yeah,
think
nah,
you can
he
play
was
as him
moving.
in the One Punch Man fighting game. And I'm definitely pulling up with the Lumen Rider One Punch combo.
Oh yeah.
Why not? Lumen Rider is secretly the bravest of them all.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
C-class hero. He stood up to Fish Boy in the
Yeah.
rain.
Yeah.
Everybody else was getting soft. He was like, "No, I am Luman Rider." And I was like, "Go ahead, Luman. I mean, stay down, but like, go ahead, Luman.
You give up, son.
Somebody else will be here soon."
All them C-tier heroes walked up. I was like, none of y'all really should have just stayed in the closet. Because all you gonna do is get slapped
Y'all
up.
just beat claps. Your job is to call the better heroes to save the day.
You're supposed to be on evac and putting out fires. Y'all not actually supposed to fight. Especially, they was talking about this is demon level.
Didn't
like,
bro throw his bike?
Huh?
Yeah.
Didn't bro throw his bike at him?
Yeah.
Like, that's when you know it got real. I'm like, oh shit.
He's trying to kill like a little girl or something. He said,
Yeah, he threw his bike.
That's when you know shit's real. When Luman Rider uses his ultimate attack, bike toss, it is over with.
That's not his ultimate attack.
What's his ultimate attack?
It's his crash where he runs straight into you and just crashes.
You're right. You're
That's
right.
his ultimate
You're right.
attack.
That is his ultimate attack, but that's not a practical ultimate, bro. You gotta get too much speed. But yeah, that's how you know it's real. He said, boom, coming into you with a spry 25, 30 miles per hour, something like that.
Hey, bro, look, if you a regular person, that's gonna fuck your day up. You going to the
he
hospital.
definitely was in 12th gear.
That would fuck your day up
You
if you a
going to
regular
the
dude.
hospital.
He was in 12th gear on that mug.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what you gotta give him his credit. He pulled up. He was like, "Hey, demon level threat," and he said, "All right, I'm about to crash into this brick wall at 25 to 30 miles per hour." That's what he said. that was what came into his mind. Because that's all that was gonna happen at demon level. What the fuck he thought he was gonna do? Absolutely
Literally
nothing.
Literally nothing.
Stall him.
That's why he goated.
Hopefully,
That's why he goated, bro.
he didn't die. His mission, it was like the fucking quest mark came up. Bloop, survive. The best missions in all of the Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi games. Survive.
It's like his health bar. He gonna have like a blue health bar. Your shit's orange.
No,
Good
I think the first time you get that is when you're
Straight
fighting Ozaru. And it's like, fuck you mean survive? And this gorilla is just beating your ass. Then I figured out the tech. You hit him a little bit and then you fly away immediately.
Yep.
You never look back. It says survive. And it say fight.
So I win every fight I've ever been
It
in.
didn't say fight like a man. It said survive.
He said, run away.
Operation Run Like a Bitch is a go.
All the fights I ever won, that's how I win them. 2 punches to the face, then walk away. We done.
Put him to sleep. Make him fear you.
See, I never did wrestling, so like
Not me
my
neither,
chokeout
but
game.
No, but if they're afraid that they're gonna die, they won't fuck with you no more.
I don't fight wrestlers. But as soon as I see somebody like instead of putting their hands, they start doing this shit. I'm like, nah, we done.
Nah, but you gotta
we done, son.
hit him right in the nose.
Nah, cause my luck, I try to throw the punch, and next thing I know, I'm like this, up against the wall. I'm like,
I'm like a presser.
oh my god! Like it'd be bad for me.
There's one way to get out. It's tried and true.
Hey,
Pee yourself.
Now you got to fart real bad. Don't shit yourself though.
They
That's
get you,
the
they
danger.
get you in that position. It's like the start of a hood movie. I know y'all wondering how I got this.
Lottery ticket part 2.
It's crazy how life be sometimes. Let me bring you back to the beginning.
Like Eraserhead. That's
Crazy,
a good
bro.
hero. Great application. Super scarf. On point.
He gotta have some type of telekinesis.
Another
to make that thing
Spider-Man.
move Like that.
True.
He was like Spider-Man if he could turn your superpowers off.
I like what is
Depressed
it?
Spider-Man.
I like loud-
He's not
wait,
depressed. He's just tired,
Is it
bro.
Loud Mike?
President Mike.
Yeah.
That's an interesting power. Him and Zero, they have the sound based powers. They're very interesting. 'Cause I was actually thinking about her the other day. Like theoretically speaking, she could probably
Knock
do
out
some.
a lot of people.
Well, she could probably do some noise cancellation on stealth missions.
Oh yeah.
Shit with the mic plug in.
Yeah, where her
Ear
jacks.
jacks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or like she could plug it in her boots. That's how she does speaker stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe when she gets a little older.
But sound's one of those powers that like every creature that has ears, that's gonna do some shit to you. And even like Superman, that's one of his main weaknesses. If you can disorient him from sound, you're gonna fuck his day up because you're not gonna be able to focus.
Present Mike could more so do that than Jiro, because most of her powers are more so with like listening and shit.
She on some stealth shit.
Yeah, she could do more like recon and stealth
Could do
missions.
some
stuff.
type of sound waves, but she needs a device to do
That she has it in her boots, but Present Mike could go way crazier than she does. infinitely crazier. That's his whole
I
thing.
like, I like when he throws English in some of the episodes. That shit, you better watch your mouth, girl. I was like, oh damn.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he says it in an episode. Watch your mouth, girl.
In the Japanese?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Oh, well, now
That
I
is
need to
mega
watch my
funny.
hero in Japanese now.
I mean, I watch it in Japanese because it was ahead.
I always watch
Nah,
the
bro,
dub.
that's why I brought premium Crunchyroll because I got tired of the commercials and they showed me the same one twice and I'm like, that is the last straw. If I see the commercial for the real one more time, I swear to God,
Was
I
it
will
back
get
to
on a
back?
boat. Yeah, I was like, I will get on a boat. I will be at your headquarters in like a month. Let's get in.
like a month. When all that anger is just going fester, I'm gonna
I
slap
would be
fire
super
out
mad
your
by
ass.
this.
On the plane like this. Was it peanuts, sir?
No.
Yes.
Why? 'Cause I'm trying to stay angry. This flight. In fact, can we get a baby in here? Make it cry now.
Oh, bro. Ain't nothing worse than that.
Exactly.
As soon as I see a kid on my plane, I get instantly mad.
You want some peanuts, sir? Are they honey roasted? No. Then no. You shut up.
Bro,
You
ain't
have no
nothing
idea
worse
how fucking scared I am
than
right
them
now.
lightly salted peanuts. They get ain't nothing worse than that. I'm like, now my mouth just sticky.
I ain't gonna lie. When I came,
Every time I think of peanuts on the plane, it just takes me to that scene in the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck. That Colin Farrell's character Bullseye just
Oh,
the
and
peanut
just
in the
choke
old
that
lady's
dude?
mouth.
Oh, just kills the old woman.
that was a dick move. But when I was moved back from London, they had these little sandwiches, these little like ham sandwiches. That was like the best thing I've had on a plane. I was like,
you
man,
eat,
as far as airplane food
did you eat
goes, that was
beans
pretty
and
fucking
toast out
good. Huh?
Did you eat beans and toast on
Fuck
your
no.
You
What?
ain't try the beans and toast, love?
No, dude,
It's just good, bro.
because
Try it.
I told you, bro, when I was like halfway through my trip, like I had my new debit card came, so the one I had with me was no longer working. So the restaurant thing was a no go. It was wild out there. There was an
Wow.
above 0% chance that the boy was gonna be there for a minute, but luckily I am top 5 that nigga and occasionally very stupid, so I figured it out.
Wow. Why would you order a new debit card?
Nah, that's
right
not what
when
happened.
you was going.
So I ordered it. I ordered one way before that, but that shit did not come. So I thought that my high ass just didn't actually do it. So I'm like, maybe I tweaked and I didn't actually do it because it should have been here by now. Shit ain't here. So like, let me actually do it because it'll be here by the time I go. So the one I ordered previously came. So in my mind, this is the one I just ordered. So I'm like, cool, we good to go. So halfway through, I'm like, that is not good. But luckily, I planned ahead. They have a lot of tapless, like tap to pay places anyway, and that was fine because it's the same number. But also, I had got cash on my first day there anyway, just in case for such an occasion. You know, like you never know when you're gonna need some cash on you. So I was good anyway. It was fine. But I had to ration that shit. I had to be careful. I couldn't go out gallivanting to all these expensive places. Me and that Turkish dude with the diner got real fucking acquainted.
So what y'all got that's under $6?
Nah, he was just a cool dude. He made a bomb ass burger. I'm like, yo, that shit was heat. I will be back.
What kind of meat was it?
It was just regular meat, but he
Cow.
also put some Euro meat on there too.
$5.
He ain't charged me for the Euro meat on my last day because he's cool dude. I was like, hey, what time you closing today? Like, I close at 11. I'm like, all right, I'll be back at like 10:30. Got me. So I strolled back up in that bitch about 10. My nap wasn't as long as I thought. He was like, hey, it's nothing dirty. I was like, well, I mean, I woke up early and make my damn burger.
Why are you still talking?
You know I'm here.
Make the fucking burger.
He was telling me how
Hey,
he,
I
like,
need a little bit of.
he drives back to Turkey every summer, and I'm like, damn, dude.
That's a long drive.
Yeah. I think he said, like, after he flew to New York and they gave him a bunch of bullshit at the border, he was like, pretty much done with the international flight thing. And I'm like, fair enough.
That's
Fair enough.
Yeah.
They'll do it to you. I have it. When I went to New York from Canada, they was being dicks. And I'm like, why are you being dicks? we coming back for lunch. Also, we live in this country. Just move, bitch.
I am this. You see this passport?
They were trying to wake
See
the
what
baby
it
up,
say?
bro. They were, cause like parents, like my niece was still like a little baby, and they were like, "Where's the baby? Where's the baby?"
Dog, what is you
And
doing?
she is KO, and we like, "Oh my god, if y'all wake up this child."
Where's the baby? Why is she named Paris if she's such an American?
Is the baby real? Why is she not wearing
Why
eyes
you didn't
closed?
name her Dakota?
Get the knife. We're gonna see if this is real baby or not.
It was
Oh
pure
my
insanity. You know, I'm like, bruh, we just want to go to fucking Rainforest Cafe.
Was it different in Canada?
No, so before we went to Rainforest Cafe, we went to this other restaurant. We were
Did
like,
you get poutine?
Let's get some local food. We weren't over there. But we was like, hey, let's. And then we went to, I think it was an Indian restaurant. I don't know what it was. But all the food was kosher. And we looked at the menu. We were like, nah. So we did the dash. We were like, yo, can we go get something that's not ass?
Wow.
So yeah, that's what we said.
it was
Direct quote. So we went to.
It was like
we
the
went
scene
to
from
Rainforest.
like the scene from Grandma's Boy. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No.
It's like all this is fat free.
Yeah, it was
If we pay extra, can we get the fat put back in?
pretty much like that.
We have shots of wheatgrass.
We were like, yo,
What's your name? Guy Blow? It's Shiloh.
they're like, this is cool. This ain't for us, so we just go ahead and do the dash. We ain't gonna actually get this stuff and then insult it. So we just gonna bounce.
Like that, you just in the restaurant, you look at the menu like, no.
So we ordered some. We all got water and we was like, whoop. And we
Where's
was
the
gone.
deep fried cheese? I don't like this. I don't want edamame.
Saganaki's fire.
When we was in-
Dude, yes.
we also saw a dude that was so dark. My mom thought he was a statue. Real life. In real life, thought he was a
Talking
statue.
about, is you real?
He started moving and she was like, oh shit.
He was walking around like a character you gotta unlock.
Like, bro, he was just sitting on the bench like this. But he did not move for a while. He was just sitting there statuesque. And I'm like, man, is he? I'm like,
Man, it's a whole
oh,
shadow.
and he just did one of these. Oh, shit.
Peter Pan.
Jesus Christ, you're alive.
Real dude.
Oh, Peter Pan's shadow got away.
The metal men have nothing on you.
I used to do this dude in high school.
Shout out to
named
Tattoo.
Gary. Gary was so fucking dark. It was one day where our lights went out in the
New
locker
Cybot?
room. Darker. Literally, the lights went out in the locker room. It was pitch black in there. Couldn't find Gary.
That's my boy Ronnie.
He was walking up, just slap people in the back of the head. Because, like, unless you can see his teeth through his eyes, he's gone.
Stealth mode.
It just keep moving.
Jesus.
Oh, boy was dark.
Stealth mode.
Like,
Yeah, it's like that's bro with the darkness power. That from class 2B that cooked up in the student versus student
In the
shit.
shadows.
Yeah, they gave him the work.
Yeah,
they actually cooked up on them.
It
Class
was
1A
ass.
was not ready for that. They thought it was sweet.
No, they thought it was sweet. Them motherfuckers came out with the swinging.
It was like, oh,
Jesus
she has
Christ.
mushroom powers. What is she gonna do? Win.
Put your ass to sleep.
Win.
This poisonous mushroom, she gonna fuck you up.
She could,
Or she can make them
was
other
getting
kind
it
of
in.
mushrooms.
The beast dude.
theoretically speaking.
Beast dude was fucking people up.
All to do with the beast powers.
Yeah.
But they lost.
Yeah, they did.
they got cooked.
Ooh, I got a good question for y'all.
Shoot.
Which super family you think will win in a fight? The family from Encanto or the Incredibles?
Incredibles was watching it.
Incredibles.
They're actually combat like trained.
Incredibles.
I don't know, bro.
I like the only.
Hear me
I
out.
have one question. I have one question. One question only. Does Bruno get to participate?
Yeah.
I don't know, because now you have now you have an extremely unfair advantage. I think if no Bruno, I think they get cooked. But with Bruno, I think that's a different ball game.
I think that
It's the Batman effect.
I think the only person that they don't got a good matchup for is really Violet, and Dash is gonna be hard to do.
What do they do with the force field dash combo?
They're not gonna be able. No, they're not gonna.
What
be
do they
able,
do with that?
They're not gonna be able to handle Jack because
Jack, but Jack Jack's a baby though, so he's pretty much a null factor unless you're aiming
the
him.
thing is that his moves like his powers apply to what he needs at the moment.
But if you're not fucking with Jack,
So-
I feel like he's a null factor though. I feel like you
But
have
if you-
to get real involved.
But if you can't take out everybody, did you really win?
and
And
okay.
Jack, all you're gonna do is Jack gonna be mad, and now he gonna turn into Batman with powers, and he gonna come back and be like, "So, you destroyed my family, and now I am going to destroy you." And he's gonna turn into a fire thing, and now the house
What they
burned
gonna
down.
do about the chick that can make a hurricane? What you gonna do in the face of a hurricane? What you gonna do about the chick that can control all of nature?
Oh, easy.
That's her
Force
son.
field. Force
Oh,
field,
you talking
baby.
about the flower chick?
Force
Yeah.
field, baby. What they gonna do about the force field dash
We
combo?
saw that force field get overwhelmed. Luisa put the hands on that. She can crush diamonds and lift mountains and shit. Well, at least she said she could in that song.
Yeah, that's cap.
I don't know. She did. She did lift up a church.
Yeah, but we ain't see her crush no diamonds.
I don't know. I feel like if you can lift up a church, you could probably crush a diamond.
We've seen Mr. Incredibles pull a train.
But you see how she gets when she gets.
That's what I'm saying. That's a 1-for-1 matchup. That
Start
could go
talking
either
shit.
way.
Start talking shit. Be like, hey, what?
Elastigirl, I feel like getting washed up.
Here's the thing: all they really have to do is destroy their house, and their powers are gone.
They gotta show that candle. The house is not the power; it's the candle.
So they have a big ass weakness. They can't.
We'll see.
And they're not watching Jack. If they use your tactic, they have a free piece.
That's true.
They have a free
I
ass piece.
think it'd be a good fight. If we just talking about in the arena, or they can't, you can't blow out the candle, or it's just like power to power.
Wait, what? Arena?
I'm talking about if
This is free for all.
if it's a death battle, you ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, they could also get the candle. I mean, that ain't,
They could.
You could
They
be
got a
like,
free
well,
piece.
y'all can go to prison because your power is still illegal in y'all universe.
Hey,
Incredibles.
they got a free piece, and at that point, it turns into a different thing. Dash just says, you know what? Fuck this noise. I'm going to get that damn candle.
Who gonna stop him? Can't nobody catch him.
They could make the ground into quicksand.
He's too fast for that.
It takes a second to
exactly.
quicksand. Don't act like you don't know.
Quicksand ain't quick.
I know you watch Mythbusters too. I know you know. Don't play around.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I know you are.
Bruno would see it coming, and he'd hide the candle.
So now he's not in the arena now.
It's all the magic gods versus all of the what's their last name? Carr.
If he hide that shit, it's gonna be in the house. Is that he got super speed? He gonna find that motherfucker.
Maybe.
And worst case scenario, burn the whole damn thing down. The candle's gonna burn up, melt all the way. It's gone.
It's a magic candle.
You're right. It's a magic candle. But if that's the only thing that's left, you found it.
True.
There's multiple ways to skin this cat.
I don't know. I think that could be a good fight. We'll have to one day get deeper into it.
How many of them Encanto people is it?
There's Isabella's got super strength.
No. I don't care what the powers are. I'm just talking about numbers.
Isabella, Bruno, the mom. The mom, she can heal you with anything she cooks.
Oh yeah.
Her power is so OP because, like, if you think about it, she make a big bowl of rice, give everybody one piece of rice. She is Zenzubi, like, essentially.
Yeah, she can just run and take that shit.
Huh?
Yeah, she just run in and take
Nah, bro, he's on candle duty.
Yeah, you gotta find that candle. She'll just
He can do all
eat
that
that
shit.
rice. So, alright, it's the sister. It's
Eat your frijoles.
2 sisters that got powers. Then the brother that shapeshift. Then the mama. The one that do the weather shit. And Bruno.
Okay, so there's
7 of them that got
there's
powers.
7 of them.
And then the grandma with the bad attitude.
There's 8 of them.
She ain't got no power. She's the bitch.
There's only 5 cars. So I have a question, a proposal, if you will, to even out the numbers. Can Frozone show up? Can Frozone participate? That's like that family friend that's so close he might as well be family, but he's black and they're not.
That's
so
what I'm saying. I'm like, hey,
I mean, he can show up unannounced, bro. He shows up unannounced at their house for dinner.
They'll be like, El Negro.
Dash spat at him because he knew he would freeze it. That's how close they are.
All right, Frozone can show up.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro told his wife, "Where is my super
But
suit?"
that's a 1-to-1 with the old girl that can do the weather shit.
No, I would just ask.
That's a
because
good matchup.
That's a different dynamic.
That's what I'm saying. The whole
But
family.
But that's what I'm saying. They have a free piece and they have a super speedster that can find their ultimate piece.
It's the super speed that's the trouble right there. Because everybody else is like, I think the Encanto family could beat, but the super speed is
They
rough.
got them force fields too. So
Yeah, but we saw that the fucking android thing was about to crack her shit.
it's a
So
big ass android.
yeah, but Mr. Incredible could hold it up. So somebody with super strength could crack her force field. So I think Luisa could give her.
But
a go.
that thing was also Mr. Incredible couldn't break it either. He because it can only break itself. That was its whole thing.
Yeah, but he was able to lift it up, so which means he's able to present enough force that was able to stop it from smashing. So he was able to do enough reactionary force to stop it from going down.
I feel like if Violet wanted to, though, she could put a force field over your face, shape it to your face, and then suffocate you.
Yeah, but like she's also like 14. I don't know if she's thinking of that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you don't know,
She
man.
might. She might.
I don't know, man.
Situation.
Teenagers are mean.
What she'll do is adhere to you and suck all the air out your
That
lungs.
motherfucker is diabolical.
Yo, that was one of. I was like, yo, this is what I tell people. I'm like, Avatar's a kid's show, and then sometimes it's just not a kid's show.
He's like, damn, they were using that. Whoops.
Cause I knew my sister liked Avatar, but I didn't tell her about it until she was 10 years old. I'm like, all right, you can watch Avatar now because the there's some stuff in there. There's some scenes. I'm like Coda Face Stealer still bothers me. G.
She'll live. She'll be alright.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm like, I know you done seen some crazy
gonna
shit,
die.
but you know, she
She'll be
started
alright.
watching Stranger Things. I'm like, you watching Stranger
She'll
Things?
toughen
You
up.
can watch Avatar. You
I
be
watched
alright.
some fucked up shit when I was a kid. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he lived. He's alright.
Yeah, but I mean, now when you see a dinosaur kill something, that's pretty fucked up.
On the
You know,
surface.
he's old.
Man, fuck you and the horse you
Watching the Pharaoh and shit fight all the Jews, that was probably terrifying.
This nigga.
Trying to let people go, that was probably a scary moment.
Avatar has a great application of power as well. Especially as you get into the characters that have the higher levels of skill in the original series. Like as you see the innovators of techniques that become contemporary in the later series for all of its flaws, like those people have far more great application of power in their time than you could think of. Because like, yeah, it's contemporary now, but if we didn't tell you how to do this, would you have figured that out on your own?
No.
Odds are no. Maybe.
One of my
Possibly.
favorite-
But probably not.
One of my favorite moments is when Bolin discovered that he's a fucking lava bender.
Oh,
That was
about
clean.
He was about to either bend this shit or die.
That was clean. That was very clean.
That'll do it. Bend it or die.
He said, I don't need a
Okay.
metal bend. I got. It makes sense. I mean, he has a firebender parent and a earthbender parent.
Yeah.
I just think they just it's fucked up that they just did my dude Mako dirty and never did anything to make it better. Just nothing.
You made him a cop. I was like, wow, y'all just said fuck this character, huh? Because you know ain't nobody gonna like
The
him
beginning of
now.
the series, Mako was cool, and by it was all just a car crash, just an eternal car crash from a boy.
They did
Top
Mako
of the hill,
how they
down.
did Jake and Adventure Time for a little bit, but Jake got a redemptive arc. Not Jake. Yeah, Finn with the Flame Princess.
That was bogus. that was
You know what I'm
bogus.
saying?
That
But
was
Finn
bogus.
got to redeem himself. You know what I'm saying? He got to come back. Mako, he just. Sorry,
Nope.
bud. She's a lesbian now. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Bro, he ain't get no cool like upgrades because he could already lightning bend when the show started. So like he don't get to do nothing cool.
Well, that's the
He ain't
thing.
make no new
He
technique.
got no character development.
Yeah, he did. He went from being cool to being ass.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, the only new bending style that we saw in Korra was lava. But no, because we saw that in Avatar. Because Avatar Sozin could do it.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Not Sozin.
One of them firemen ones though.
Yeah, the one that was before Aang.
I don't remember that.
He could. That was one of his things, and then
Roku.
Roku could firebend, and then Kyoshi could firebend. No, I mean lava bend. But
Yeah.
the only new one that we saw is a little bit of energy bending, and then
And even
the
that's
flight.
not
The
even
flight.
that's not super new because that's what Aang did to Ozai, shut his shit off.
But so really, the only thing is flying without a glider is the only new bending that
We saw
happens in
new
Korra.
application of bending techniques, which is honestly what I would have wanted to just see more of that new application of the bending we already have, or more of that industrialized bending world. I thought that was the coolest thing about Korra.
I agree.
When I saw the scene with all the lightning benders doing the power stuff, I was like, that's actually really cool.
Yes.
I want to see more of this. And the sport bending thing, I'm like, I'm into this. And then like other stuff happened. I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
I'm not into this.
No, but I think the thing about Korra is like they would present you with here's the idea that we're going with, and then halfway through that season it's like we're going left and we're going hard left, and we hope you guys had your seatbelts on because it's gonna be so left it's not at all what it was. Because then the beginning of the first season it's like Korra is learning about more Avatar shit, training with the airbenders, and then starts doing like the fighting and stuff, which is cool. And then it's like hard left. We're going into revolutionary stuff about inequality
I actually
among
thought-
different societal
I actually
races.
thought that was interesting. I'm focusing on like that city aspect of Avatar. I thought would have been pretty cool, but they didn't really want to commit to it too heavily one way or the other.
What I would have thought would have been cooler is if they had still could have had the thing with the revolution, but had it been that like within the world of the bending tournaments have like you could show how like people with bending are treated better than the people without bending. You could have had like
they didn't really commit. It doesn't feel as though it was something they were committing to from the beginning.
Exactly. It felt like it was like, oh, this is a cool idea we want to explore, but you never really saw an inequality. Only thing you really saw was that first episode where the triad tries to rob that store at the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all you really see of like any sort of like imbalance between.
And it's not even like,
non-benders.
It's not even like, oh man, the benders have an advantage because they can do all this sports stuff. And it's like, not even every bender can do that.
Exactly. Not everyone that bends gets to that level of
Some
skill.
people are just ass.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
It sucks.
You might have
like,
them M. Night Shyamalan earthbenders where it take like 6 of them motherfuckers to get anything done.
Fuck those guys. Fuck M. Night Shyamalan. Fuck them shitty ass.
Nah, bro,
earthbenders.
I realize. M. Night Shyamalan, like, he didn't make a bad movie. No. All the benders in that movie are just ass. They all suck. Like, that's the problem.
Him and Ong can go fuck themselves, okay?
Okay, I don't know what to tell you about that, but all the other benders are just booty. They're butt cheek. That's why it's like that. That's why the firebenders needed fire, because they're ass. That's why the earthbenders need 7 people, because they're ass. That's why I don't even know what the waterbenders did, because they're ass.
They even messed up the giant koi fish thing. I'm like, you just made a giant tidal wave. That was the coolest part of Avatar.
Because they're ass.
And the only thing I'm excited for the live action series now, and the animated Aang Gang that they're talking about like 2025 is going to be.
I do want to see that.
Teenage Aang Gang.
I do want to see that.
Yes,
the live action thing.
Because I want them to admit that what's his face, not Zuko, Sokka is one of Toph's baby daddies. That's one of my theories is that bro, hear me out. One drunk night after, saving some people, Toph was always sweet on Sokka, and Sokka had that goatee and he still had the fade.
Why is that matter? She can't see that shit.
Nah, but she can feel it.
Oh man, your face feels sexy.
I'm telling you, there was one night, and it's not the one that's the nerdy one. That's not his kid. It's the one that whooped Korra's ass with the metal bending.
If anyone has any experience with blind people, let us know. Does that happen? Do they rub your face and tell you if it's sexy or not? I don't know. I don't feel like that happens, but I would not know. So let us know.
Look, Toph, one of her baby daddies is Sokka. And it's the girl that was like...
Is the mean one?
One-on-one. Nah, the one that did the one-on-one fight with Korra.
That's not Toph's daughter.
Yeah, it is.
No, she's not.
Yeah, that's one of her daughters.
Who is it, Will?
Who is it
You
then?
talking about that general chick?
We're talking about the evil one?
Yeah, the metal bender.
That's not that one's not her daughter. The other one was.
The one that
the leader cop is.
No, when she went to go to the fucking place to learn how to do metal building.
Because Toph got 2 daughters. She got the mean one and the not mean one.
Are you talking about when she went to that high tech spot? Like
No, the place that was made of all metal.
City?
Yeah, her.
I don't remember.
I thought it was her daughter. I could be wrong, but
No. I thought you were talking about like the girl she actually fought as like the main villain.
No.
I
think I think that is her daughter.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that's not mean.
Yeah. Nah, she the mean one. This the well, you talking about the cop.
She's mean.
So I think that her and Tenzin, one of them kids might not be, you know what I'm saying?
Really? You think Tenzin would cheat?
Nah.
I ain't gonna let you disrespect Tenzin like that. He would never.
I can't see Tenzin.
You know how much he love his wife?
He loved his wife a whole fucking
To have
lot.
that many children.
Man. Crazy that it was all airbenders.
Tenzin don't miss, baby.
That's the nice one.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. Her. Because she sauced Korra up kind of nasty. She was not ready for it when she pulled out the middle,
Man,
the
Korra-
little metal sheets that came off her suit. She wasn't ready for all that.
Korra lost to everybody.
She didn't lose to everybody. She didn't lose to everybody. Not everybody. She technically didn't lose to Zahir.
She eventually has to win because the show got to move
She didn't
forward.
lose to Zahir, technically.
She definitely didn't win.
She didn't lose,
She
though.
100% did not win that.
Did
fight.
not lose, though.
If you had to score that, who you giving it to? If that's because
Team
you saying it goes
Avatar.
down to decision, you saying that goes down to decision.
I'm giving it to Team Avatar.
Nope. Korra and Zahir's scorecard. Whose scorecard is higher?
Team Avatar.
No, not the Team Avatar scorecard. The Zahir and Korra scorecard side by side. Who has the higher scorecard?
Yeah, I gotta give it to Zahir. Nah.
Oh.
In that fight, though, we talking about where she went Avatar State when they was poisoning her?
No.
Which fight you talking
Well,
about?
because she only got to that position because she lost the first fight.
Yeah, I ain't talking about the first fight. I'm talking about that last fight.
Because you got sauce.
Team Avatar won that last fight.
Hey, no, we're not talking about the Team Avatar scorecard. We're talking about the Korra and Zahir scorecard.
Ain't couldn't have done it without Team Avatar either.
Who was there when he was fighting Ozai? Who was helping him?
Nobody.
Nah, but he wouldn't have made it that far.
Who was helping him?
He never would have got cracked out of his psychic egg
Who was
without
throwing
Katara.
hands? If Katara wasn't there, he wouldn't have been traumatized.
If Katara wasn't there, he'd be dead because the lightning bolt that was her face shot in his back would have killed him.
He wouldn't be dead. He wouldn't be dead. He'd still be frozen. He'd be chilling.
True.
He'd be
Facts.
bowling. This would not be his issue.
Facts. You don't think Zuko ever would have found that though? Because he wasn't that far.
Fuck no. But he was down there, bro.
That's true. He wasn't deep down there though.
Fuck.
he was fucking deep.
You think Zuko?
In a glacier.
You think Zuko's about to be just sailing, just like, yes. That glacier, I got a good feeling about this one. We're going in, boys.
Cannons.
Boom! Holy shit, he's right. Nah, I don't see that happening. If anything, the men would get bored and just start just shooting pot shots at shit, and maybe they hit that one. Maybe.
Should they get bored and be like,
But
mutiny?
didn't he
were so
go into
close-
the Avatar
They were
state
so
right
close
when
to
he
the
woke up?
village, they had to focus. Yeah, did he? No, I think it was just real bright because I'm
He was
pretty sure that
glowing.
would have killed him.
Yeah.
That would have killed because they were just in a little boat. If he went to the Avatar state in that moment, that would have killed him. I think he was just glowing because when he was in the ball, he was in Avatar state and they were trying to make it showy. This is the first time we're seeing Avatar. It got to be a big deal.
True.
And then you got the big old skylight because Zuko's like, oh shit, that's something for sure.
Yeah. He's like, that can't be nothing.
Weird question. You guys considered Aang a pedophile?
No.
I mean, he is 112 years old.
Yeah,
No,
but
but
mentally
he didn't-
he's still
he didn't-
10.
And so the thing that's different between Aang and Edward from Twilight, Edward lived through all 100 some years. Aang was in a coma. That's
Yeah.
different. He didn't grow up and experience all that.
His body didn't even change.
Yeah. Now Edward was
If no one told you if Aang didn't say he was 110, no one would ever know. That's why every time he says it,
Thought
they
it was
say he's lying.
112.
Yeah.
Either way,
at the end of the series, Aang is 113, I believe.
either way,
Yeah,
Katara's Katara's 15, I think, by the end of the series.
it's like
Maybe
every
16.
single time he's like, "Yeah, I'm from the past." They're like, "Shut the fuck up, kid. No, you're not." And he's like, "No, for real. Boomy was my homie." And he's like, "Oh shit, what's good?" Like that's the only time people believe him is when he starts saying accurate information.
What was it? Hotman?
Flamio Hotman. Yeah. Avatar is great.
No, it was a solid series. The sand bending was cool.
Sandbenders was cool.
Getting more of that would have been fun.
The
I don't know how they would have done
The
it. in the city,
knockoff
but
bending was cool, like how waterbenders could bend plants. Like the swamp benders was cool as hell.
I fucked with the swamp bitters, the cousins.
Yeah.
The country cousins. I fucked
Oh
with them.
man, we're a kid.
I fucked with the country cousins when they hit the wave boat. The
the wave. Yes, when they turned the boat to the motorboat, that was cool.
Nah, I fucked with that because it reminded me of the fan boats. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, fan boats.
That whole episode was clean. The swamp episode was great.
You guys want to know my son's favorite character?
Is it Jet?
No.
Good.
Fuck Jet. Actually,
Yo,
don't
Jet
fuck
went out a hero.
Don't fuck Jet.
Jet
'Cause
went out a hero.
Jet went out like a G.
I mean, he sucked,
Don't fuck
but he went out like a hero.
He sucked for a while, but Jet was cool.
The Cabbage Man.
Glow
I
up.
like cabbages.
The greatest glow up of all.
Yeah, Cabbage Court. That was great.
He was like, nah, y'all gonna stop fucking up my cabbages. I got you. I'm
That's
beat
the
a
other
guy.
thing about Korra. People hate on Korra. I'm like, as far as fan service goes, they did fan service exactly right. Where it was
they
like,
did some things right, they did some things wrong. I think one thing they did wrong in retrospect is, as cool as it looked, they did spend probably too much budget on the
early on
the outfit because it looks cool, but getting all that to move, it was too much, and that could have been better spent focusing on other aspects of the show.
I agree.
Because that's why I think I feel the later seasons have a bit stronger writing because they had to focus a little bit more. Wow,
That's pretty dope.
Wow.
I think what Korra suffered from is they didn't do the Spider-Man trope right. And what I mean by that is Spider-Man's a character that often loses at first or takes a beating but still gets the dub.
like Goku,
And yeah, like Goku to a sense.
early season Goku,
Like very early on.
like in the beginning of Z Goku.
yes, that Goku. But
Kamehameha with the feet, Goku.
Yes, that kind of Goku.
Yes.
Where, you know, the old OG Goku, but the Korra,
the go my children.
we didn't get to see early on Korra be too badass. Every time we saw her do something, she kind of took a L mostly.
Well, in the book, well, at least from what I remember, in the first couple episodes, she was taking an L in the fact that what she did societally was not tactful, had no tact. Mm-hmm. But as far as what she did, because she was like basically a prodigy, because she had the 3 of the 4 elements on lock off rip. Yeah. And then she came in the city, like those criminals came, she was like, nah, smack, smack, smack. And it was like, yeah, you caught him, but like, a lot of shit you broke. And it was like she was taking an L in that aspect, but she was gonna get it done easily.
And that I would have to look it up to see what year Korra originally came out, because I wonder if it was after.
It was in like the mid 2010s.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, that might have been also something that was on the cusp of having to deal with the fallout from Man of Steel, where it was like everybody was like, oh, there was so much death and carnage and stuff. And that was right when Civil War, when that came out, they were trying to explicitly say Korra came out before then.
Before that.
Okay, well, maybe not then.
Yeah.
But I think that was something they fell into the trap of. They didn't distinguish which path they were going to go on. Is like, is she going to be someone that is going to rise and be better later on, or are we going to have her be OP now and that she's just going to take smaller L's? And I think they should have stuck to one path. And I think that's what Korra suffered from, and why it's not seen as the greatest sequel.
I mean, it has some good parts. It just has a lot of flaws in places where it probably shouldn't.
I think their villains are written well, which I say all the villains that they like give, minus the last one. I think she was kind of loose with her giant robot that did the energy beam. I was like, so this is just Dragon Ball Z meets Gundam? I'm like, okay, interesting
Dragon Ball Gundam
combination.
Z. You don't know about that show?
I'm like, interesting choice you guys went with, but I didn't hate it, you know. But I think that the thing people always try to bring up is like, well, Aang, his villains were like teenagers and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but his villain was probably one of the strongest firebenders.
His ultimate
ever.
villain was like, because really they had some serious villains, because they write a lot of the things they dealt with were not that serious. But Combustion Man was not a joke.
Not a joke. Not a joke at all.
As goofy as he looks, Combustion Man is not a fucking joke.
That one general that was after him for a long time, that Zuko ended up saucing up in the Agni Kai.
Yeah.
He was no joke for a while.
Those guys were not jokes. The Fire Nation and their like, ultimately, yeah, they lost, but the position of power that they were in, that is a serious position of power.
Yeah, and even when he got to the dude that from the Earth Kingdom that tried to trick him into the Avatar state by fucking sanding Katara. Yeah. I mean, even that dude was not like still a crazy ass general.
They were dealing with a lot of bullshit that and they were kids. Like, they were kids, and they were dealing with these whole ass threats. Like, they're dealing with people that grown ass benders would probably have died in these scenarios.
And let's not forget that Zuko's sister was like the firebending prodigy, and to this day, she's the only one with blue fire we've ever seen on the show.
The fact that fucking Katara actually 1v1'd her and walked away, dubbed up, is insane.
Yeah,
that is up there as far as the craziest thing she was able to do, up there with the bloodbending shit.
Well, that's the other thing too. All of Aang's friends were all masters at very young age. At very young ages, though.
Because even Sokka invented submarines in their universe. He's a good sword fighter. He's a good tactician in his own right.
Toph was what, 9 when she mastered earthbending? When we first meet Toph?
She invented metal bending. Did she figure out the sand shit or no?
Yeah, at the end, because she,
like, right before they left,
she was so devastated by that. Not only did she master sand bending, she was able to make like sand cities with her earth bending when they went to the beach in the Fire Nation. Which I was like, you can't tell me Toph didn't care about Appa and Aang, and that shit didn't hurt her, because she spent
everybody
hours.
Was hurt when
she
Appa
was
got
like,
jacked.
nah, let me show you what I learned. Like, this ain't never happening again. Like,
y'all not taking my boy.
Like, no. Because that was some shit that, like, I was like, that's some good writing right there. She was devastated.
But Team Avatar in the original series was squatted up. There was no real weak links in. The weakest link in Team Avatar was Momo.
And don't ever tweak and say Momo wasn't putting down, because every time they fought some fire benders, Momo was in there.
Don't sleep on Momo, but if there was a weakest link, it's Momo for sure. And don't sleep on that flying thingy.
Flying lemur.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because he dropped some bombs when they had that raid, when they had the eclipse. Momo was out there.
My boy Peach be out here. That's what Momo means.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Didn't know that. Learn something today. Peach.
And like in Team Avatar and Korra, got Mako. What is he?
Oh man.
What does
Poor
he do?
Mako.
What does he do?
He's got.
What is he?
I was gonna say the shot gloves, but that's Asami. She's got the shot gloves. It was, you know, what would have been better if they had just wrote Mako out, because Asami pretty much takes his spot in the squad.
They killed him anyway. They killed him figuratively over and over and over. I'm like, just let him die.
They should have just wrote him out. They should have killed him off.
They could have gave him a hero's death. Could have been cool. That could have been the moment, that the catalyst that brought the team together. But no,
that could have been what, you know, Asami and Korra, you know, it was like we both kind of had a thing for Mako, but truthfully, and now it's like boom,
and now he's dead.
And now we love each other and we scissor now. You know, like that's where it goes.
Wow, guy.
Scissor bending.
I will never. They also have the peak of comic book writing, man. In the comic series after Korra, they go to Korra's dad, and she's like, "Hey, Dad, I'm a lesbian now. This is my girlfriend." He was like, "Go," and they was like, "Wow, she's such a bigot." And I'm like, "Damn."
He said, "Cool."
Wow.
he said,
what the fuck else is he supposed to say?
What you want him to do?
He was like, "Oh, cool. My family line's ending right here, right now. Bet."
I mean,
and he was cool with it. He didn't give a fuck.
I always kind of thought it was weird that some of the avatars had kids. I'm like, you know that like this doesn't end well for you, right? Like best case scenario is you get old and die, but like almost all the avatars we saw that died, minus Roku, were young when they died. Mm-hmm. Every single one that you see in the cycle, none of them lived old age.
Well, they all had some heavy shit to deal with, but that's why they had the kids. They was like, yo, gotta leave a legacy and all that.
Like, do you think Aang saw any of his grandkids?
Grandkids?
Yeah.
I don't know about grandkids, but...
No, he couldn't have, because Korra's older than all of them. He couldn't have seen his grandkids.
Yeah, I think Aang died in his, like, late 30s or something like that.
Nah, he had to be older than that, because Tenzin's got to be in his 30s.
You think so?
He's got a girl.
Tenzin lived a stressful life, man. That
Did you see LeBron at least 26?
Did you see LeBron when he was like 25? That man looked stressed.
His oldest kid is what, 13? At the beginning of the series, I think she's about
so maybe he lived to be 40.
Yeah, I think Aang would have been like 40 or 50 when he died.
I don't think he made it to 50.
I don't think he made it to 50, but that's on the high end. Saying Tenzin's...
He was 66.
When Aang died? Okay, so I'm saying...
That's old.
That's Aang, but
actually, hold on, because Roku was old.
That's what I'm saying. Roku and I guess Aang were the oldest ones, but...
As far as we know.
But even...
It's a lot of them motherfuckers.
But I'm talking about the ones that we see on screen.
Yeah, you're right.
When he... Especially in that scene where he was asking all the avatars for advice.
Because he had to ask the ones, they were like, yo, you died young. That must have... You was in some heavy shit.
That's 51.
Oh, see? I told you, man.
Really?
What?
With a newborn, 51.
I mean...
Bro, if you can still get it up.
Yeah.
Well, at the beginning of the series, he's 51, or at the end of the series, he's 51?
Sure is.
When we start watching these.
Is at the beginning. Fuck you. This can't take your ass nowhere. This nigga here.
Sure is.
51 at the beginning of the series. How old is his wife?
All right, Tenzin. Yeah. Never give up the good fight, my boy.
Well, damn.
What?
Maybe
about to
people
blow our minds.
Korra dies young.
Wait, hold on. How do we know this?
Because the new avatar is like a little black kid that's
we already know this.
Korra dies at 39.
That seems fair. She lost a lot of fights.
She did marry Asami.
Damn it! So she told her dad a lie. Who did she marry? We're getting all this shit, bro.
She married Asami.
I'm getting all this. I thought you said she didn't.
She did marry Asami.
Oh, she didn't too.
I'm about to say, so she just lied to her dad and called him a bigot for no reason, even though he's clearly not.
He said, cool. Congrats, I guess.
I was pretty upset about that. I'm like, wow, he gave
Me
me
and
the
your mom always knew.
best outcome available, and you just said, fuck him, huh?
You always wear pants. I've never seen you in a dress.
You always wear Maybe they're just comfortable, bro.
The pants do look mighty comfortable.
Comfortable as shit.
They look like and them shoes she rocking, I'm like, I bet you comfortable as shit.
It's cold out there. Talking about a dress.
And don't tell me cold. She always in the tank top. Stop.
Hey,
Stop.
comfy pants, that
Always in
sweater
a tank
thing,
top.
and she's showing off the guns.
And it made sense for A because he could manipulate the air temperature around him.
Yeah, she can't do that. She's ass.
Exactly.
Your Cora, your ass.
I want to see a
No, that makes sense.
a Kyoshi series.
As many fights as we saw her
They
lose.
are giving him one.
Yeah, they're supposed to. They're supposed to be working.
There's
on
a
that.
bunch of books. So they might as well. They got so much material to cover.
As much as we saw her lose, it makes sense that she died in her 30s. It's like
Yeah.
Team Mako retires. He's like, yo, y'all don't need me no more. Asami's like, hey, I'm gonna calm down from all this Team Avastar shit. And then Bolin's like, hey, I'm a celebrity. I don't really need to do this.
I make movies.
Yeah, I'm gonna go be like rich and famous, so I'm out too. And then she goes off and fights a villain. He's like, don't worry, I got this all on. And she just fucks around and dies. Like, I don't got it.
My avatar stays weak because it's just me now.
And then it's like,
Oh, that pissed me off.
wait, what?
Yeah, she disconnected.
if you
from
think
all
about
the-
it-
all the avatars.
If you
Oh,
think
yeah.
about it,
Yeah, I
her
forgot
avatar
about
state would be the weakest out of all of them.
She started
Aang's would
over.
have been the strongest.
She started over.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
her.
I forgot. She just made a lot of bad decisions throughout that show.
yeah.
She was just undoing a lot of shit. Like she did that, and then she undid the shit with the spirit world. They were like, "Yo, we broke this shit up for a reason. Your job is to make sure here is okay and here is okay. Putting them together, in fact, does not save time.
Just saves rope.
No, it doesn't. Not in this scenario. Actually, that's why we separated them. It's too much rope."
Yeah, it's too much. Well, this ended up being a secret avatar episode. Yeah, I guess it's still talking about powers, but
It is powers though.
one power that I always thought would be cool is the ability to fill anything. So your cup's empty, and now it's full.
Okay.
Your gas tank's empty, now it's full. Your fridge is empty, now it's full. You know what I'm saying? Bank account's empty, now it's full.
Full of what?
Money. Full of
So your power is to fill up anything that is necessary at the moment.
anything you want to fill. Your house, your house ain't got no bitches? Full of bitches now.
So are you like creating the bitches out of nothing, or are you kidnapping these bitches from where they was
Yeah,
at?
I haven't
and
thought
then
that
they
far about it.
I mean, you
Haven't
brought the
thought
shit
that
up.
far
You should have
about
thought
it.
about it.
Haven't thought that
it's
hard
like,
about it.
It's like when genies do it. Do they create it out of nothing, or do they steal?
I've always thought Aladdin's genie just creates life.
Is it like alchemy? From
The law of exchange.
Law of
Full
exchange.
Metal Alchemist,
You go
yeah.
fuck around.
It's
He's
gotta
like,
be
yeah, it's
in
full, but
exchange.
not. The next thing you know, you walking in, it's like, time to go with my full tank car, and your leg falls. I was like, damn. There's that equivalent exchange again.
Can I make it someone else's leg?
No.
What about
No,
the dog
nigga.
girl? Can I
You
sacrifice
think
her?
if Edward could have chosen to have, or fuck that? You think Alphonse would have chosen to vanish if he could choose to have it be somebody else? My bros turned into
Hey,
nothing.
There's no one been more forgiving than Alphonse because I would have had to be my brother's ass.
Alphonse was in on this too. He was there as well. He is equally
Look,
part. He could have
that's
said
his
no.
Big brother, he should have been able
They
to.
could have said no. They both
would've
wanted
had
their
to
mom
throw
to not be
hands.
dead.
We would have had to throw.
He would have
hands.
lost.
That's fine. But I've
Actually,
lost fights to
hold
my
on, wait
big
a minute.
brother.
Time out. So instead of being like, thank you for saving me and giving me a chance to fix this, I'm going to be upset that you didn't choose
I'm not
to do
saying
nothing.
the fight would have been right then, but it would have been a time where I was like, man, I feel like I have to go pee, but I don't have a physical body, so I can't go pee.
I don't think that's ever happened to him.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure he
he
gets
does
like
have
an
his
itch.
complaints about the metal suit, but I don't think that was.
Or like you get like a psychosomatic itch, but like you keep scratching your back.
he got his
and
body back. He got it back.
Eventually.
Look,
Eventually.
It's a time.
I'm just
This
saying.
shit's hard.
If it was me, there would have come a time where I'll be like, you know what? I don't care if I lose. Put your hands up. You finna fight this metal costume.
I can see it now. Out. Edward's like, all right, bitch. Dead. God.
Oh, you talking about wiping off the mark? That's fucked up.
Hey, it's like ungrateful motherfucker.
Damn.
Like, don't fight me. Fight
You a,
that.
you a smudge away from death. No fuck with me.
He was like, all right, I'm just playing. I know.
He said, "Fight this
Especially in the
cause."
early seasons, because when Edward would get real mad when people would call him short, or in Fullmetal Alchemist regular.
Not Brotherhood.
Yeah, no, because it happens in Brotherhood too, but in regular Fullmetal Alchemist, it was kind of a comedy as well. So he would get super mad.
I mean,
He would do
was a
the
small dude.
he would do the megaphone head thing a lot in that show.
But- yeah.
I used to love that thing. I was like, it looks like him. It's so stupid, and it shouldn't work either.
How much time we got?
Your mama. It is time. You got a theory?
I do. My theory is about how OP and ambiguous the spider sense is.
Yeah.
So depending on who riding it, the spider sense can be just something that stops, let you know about danger, can move your body, or it can be as ambiguous as letting you know when you're about to lose a hand of poker. And this is canon in Spider-Man, where he beat the Kingpin in poker because he could tell from the spider sense that he was either going to lose a hand or that the Kingpin was bluffing.
Wow.
It even goes to some comic books where Spider-Man makes perfect pancakes because spider sense lets him know when they're about to burn, so he never makes a fucked up pancake.
Oh my lord.
And so my theory is that Spider-Man and Daredevil would be probably the best lovers in the Marvel universe, because the spider sense is like, hey man, it's an up and down. She doesn't like the circle. It's up and down with the tongue, or be like, hey, she's right there. Don't finish yet. She's about to do it. And plus with the agility and being able to stick to walls, Spider-Man be crazy in the bedroom. So that's my theory. And I mean, if you think about it, he had
No, I won't.
he had Gwen Stacy, had Mary Jane, had Black Cat, all of them fine looking women. And they was stuck on Spider-Man.
I thought Gwen Stacy and Black Cat is the same person.
No, it's not.
In the interest of fairness, if you're making a comic book, are you gonna pull up and your main character's rolling over all these hug books? Is that what you about to do?
Nah, I'm just saying.
What you want him to do?
That's three different fine women.
As opposed to.
I'm just saying, Spider-Man got game. And Daredevil, he might even be better because he can, with the smell and the touch and the...
My G. Out of all the possible amalgamations of things that can make a theory.
Team Red out here laying crazy pipe.
Why is this what you're thinking about?
Because that's the weird applications of superpowers that I think about.
He's like, you guys ever watch Mallrats?
Yeah.
He's like the guy that's obsessed with superhero genitalia.
Yeah. The only one I think is funny is Superman. See? I think that his shit be weird. I think it's weird that he keeps having kids. I think it's weird that he's even compatible.
I haven't thought about it. Not even once.
There's this funny comic strip from like in a newspaper, and it's like Superman and Lois about to do it, and she's like, "Oh my god, why has it got pincers?" And she's like, "Y'all don't got pincers on Earth." And the next clip is like, that's when Lois remembered that Clark is an alien. And I think that'd be more realistic than him having like a kid that has half Superman's powers.
We don't know.
You don't know. But
we ain't never met no aliens.
I think it's weird that he could even mate at all, considering that he's like, feels like Diamond.
Lois is a tough gal.
Strong. Sturdy. She might be Kryptonian herself.
Everybody's talking about Clark, but no one ever wants to talk about Lois.
Honestly.
Having super babies and shit.
That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. Even if he's half Kryptonian.
Just why?
There's a comic that said when Wonder Woman and Superman kiss sounds like two cars crashing.
Damn, what the
because of the way their skin moves and how it's invulnerable skin. Yeah.
It's like two marble statues trying to kiss.
Yeah, essentially. So that's why
basically two Bruce Lees.
Giving Lois her flowers today.
You're an idiot.
Because boy, it had to hurt going in, and the baby coming out couldn't have felt good.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Could have been the Homelander. Could have been Homelander though. He just split his mom right down the middle with heat vision. So
he wanted out.
He got out.
That was easier.
He got out.
It was way easier. It's faster too.
We didn't even talk about the boys at all this episode. The boys is fucking great.
That's on you, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
True. You watched that shit.
Last season was crazy.
I ain't talk about TikTok. I ain't talk about Helpy.
Oh man,
the best application of regeneration power that I've seen. He be doing to help you dirty. Like the shit where he used him as a zip line. That ain't right. That was not right. That was not okay.
TikTok was a great fucking show, dude. Very weird, but a good show.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about that.
Man.
You was watching Pete and Pete. We was watching TikTok.
Go check out TikTok.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you don't know about TikTok and Healthy, bro? That's the duo right there. Wow. You need a quest done? That's who you call. That boy he loves to quest. If he can quest and yell his name, he is fucking there. Yeah. With his boy Helpy right by his side. And occasionally in other places as well.
Yeah. That's a great fucking show. What y'all been listening to?
What the heck? I've been listening to TikTok.
You're lying.
No, I've been listening to Joyner Lucas. What's it? Devil something? Hold on. Devil's Work 2.
Really?
It's a really good single from Joyner. It's about like all the rappers that have been dying lately. And then I've also been listening to my boy from Jid.
Yeah.
It's from the Creed 3 soundtrack. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah. Was it better than the movie?
Yeah.
Damn. Either maybe the song is just that great. You know.
I mean, we'll find out if it says more about the movie or the other song.
It's like that song Adele did for the James Bond movie. The song's kind of better than the movie.
Skyfall?
Yeah. It was alright. I
Skyfall
didn't like
pretty
seeing
good.
Daniel Craig get kicked in the nuts that much. I was like, look,
That's a different movie.
That's not the same movie?
That's Casino Royale where he gets hit in the nuts in the chair.
yeah.
That's Casino Royale.
I was like, Jesus,
Different
stop.
movie.
They're done.
And that movie's heat.
Yeah, that movie
Casino Royale's fire.
Skyfall's one that's not.
Skyfall's alright.
It was alright.
The one after that, it was.
I didn't see that one. It's not the one he got
neither.
poisoned and he had to like give himself an antidote.
It was the one with the nanomachines and all that. He gets poisoned in Casino Royale as well.
So what? Rami Malek or whatever his name is?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You know he's in Twilight?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a lot of
Got
shit.
superpowers so he can split the earth.
Yeah. He does weather and shit. But I've been listening to Moving by Kyle and Tanisha by Ray Schmurder.
Ray Sherman.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's still around?
Yeah.
It's still alive?
Hey, that song kind of slapped too.
I'm just glad they're still doing stuff.
It's you know, the thing I like about them is you're not gonna get some deep lyrics.
They stay in their lane.
Yeah, they stay in their lane.
They know what they are and they do that.
They gonna give you exactly what
That's
they
okay.
gonna do, and it's gonna be a jam.
If they came out and tried to give me some Lupe when he got his glasses on, I'd be like, stop lying to
They
yourself.
did, and that album didn't do well.
Because they're not Lupe with his glasses on or off. So stop. Don't try to be that.
It was that 2-part album where they both did. One part was Slim Jimmy, the other part was Sway Lee. And
Which one tried to be Lupe with his glasses on?
who you think?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Who you think?
I don't know. That's
The
what I'm
one that's
asking.
not successful, we got the other one.
Get off that with Slim, bro.
Name one Slim Jimmy song you like.
I can't name
by
a Sway Lee
himself.
song either.
But you can name a bunch of Ray Charter songs.
A bunch is probably a stretch, but I can name one. I can name a couple.
You like Sunflower?
Wow, this is the first time I hadn't thought about that song since the last time I watched Spider-Verse. So
But that song, I bet if Slim Jimmy was on, he wouldn't fuck with it though.
you don't know that. I like Slim Jimmy. I do.
That's why you can't name one Slim Jimmy song.
I didn't say I like him that much. if he shows up, like, hey, Jimmy, what's
I'm
good?
just gonna say on all of the Ray Sherman songs, we know who we coming to hear for, and it's like, oh yeah, Slim
I got
Jimmy's
some
here
young
too.
niggas from the bottom. I like that. Don't do anything
The
for
best part of that song is the hop out of drop top, fuck y'all talking.
Did
I
didn't say nothing about that. Did I say that was not the? I didn't say nothing about that. I just said I
part
like
of
Slim
that
Jimmy part. I didn't say that it wasn't the
Slim
best part.
Jimmy.
All I said was Slim Jimmy had a
I'm
contribution.
glad he let go of them braids he had. I was like, ooh boy, you was going bald already. You should have not put them braids up there. It was not looking good on you, partner. I'm like, why your braids so small, my boy? It's all on the scalp.
What have you been listening to, T?
I'm listening to a lot of shit, but what I want to talk about is these songs that I have not heard them since I was maybe I was like a sophomore in high school. I was suspended. Don't worry about that. But
Was it for the knife?
Don't worry about it. But
for the knife.
it was not a knife. I didn't even have a knife. It was not knife related. But it was this dude. He used to be on YouTube. His name was Ron, and he deleted his channel. So I was like, oh shit, did he delete all those songs? But he didn't. He used to make songs where he would make them as the video game characters. There's one where he has a Mario Brothers gangster rap.
Oh,
And you know the
that's gotta be
Super
dope.
Mario Super Show? It's like a gangster version of the song that they sing at the end. So you're hitting that, swing your arms from side to side, move to the front, that's how we ride. I'm like, oh shit, is Mario about to roll up with the gat and go crazy? And then Toad came up and started spitting.
Wow.
There's a fucking Link one where he pulls up on a motorcycle with Epona on it because that's Link's horse's name.
Wow.
Link was spitting. Sheik pops up with some bars. I'm like, come
Link
on.
has bars. He doesn't even speak in his games.
Bro, Link was spit and he said, "Can you see my green drip drip Visine? I'm questing."
Wow.
I was raised by the Kokiri, but I'm actually a Helion. Rubies by the million. Shirt green chameleon. Suck these Deku nuts. I got spiritual stones. Used to be a runt, but now I'm full grown. He was out here.
I've never played the game.
I didn't play that game.
I know he was spitting,
but
but I have no idea what any of those
I didn't play
references
Ocarina
mean.
of Time until I was like a junior. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play this game because Link was spitting, and I want to be a part of this experience.
How's your Ocarina stuff going? Have you mastered it yet?
Mastered? No, but I'm better.
Okay. Let me know what you mastered.
The Mega Man was pretty good.
Okay.
Well, actually, the only one I didn't remember liking that much was the Sonic one.
Super speed. Super fly.
Time, but Mega Man. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to, or some of what I've been listening to. Oh, also, one of my roommate from college introduced me to this song about. It was like this Indian dude in a market trying to sell fish. He was singing about 1 pound fish. Someone made a song out of it, and it kind of slaps a little bit.
1 pound fish.
Yeah, the 1 pound fish song.
I remember that.
So,
1
yeah,
pound fish?
That shit was stuck in my head for way too long, and I was a little mad at him. I'm like, why did you show me this?
Yeah, I remember that.
He was like,
1
late.
pound
And it was a good ass deal, too. No bullshit. Like, it was a good deal. He was like, you get like 5 for 6, something like that. I'm like, damn, that's some I don't know, man. What you got over there?
5 for 6? That's not bad.
Yeah, I was like, I might actually give you some fish.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I might have to check that
That's
out.
what I've been doing. So we got some flowers this week. That's not Lois Lane. We got some flowers besides Lois Lane.
Shout out to Gwen Stacy. And shout out to the Concrete.
For what? Killing
Oh,
Gwen
yeah.
Stacy?
No, I actually wanted to give my flowers this week to the creator of My Hero.
Horikoshi.
Just for being an original mind and coming out with all that stuff.
Man, I had some flowers I wanted to give, but I've long since forgotten. So them shits,
that happens to me.
them
during
shits
the week,
gone.
too. I'm like, oh, yeah, I wanna
Them
give
flowers.
forget.
I'm sorry. Oh wait. Nope. No. Yeah, they're gone.
I'm excited for next month though, April. It's, the new season.
Oh,
Of
season 7.
Demon Slayer is supposed to
Demon Slayer.
premiere next month.
Okay.
And it's like if y'all read the manga, this season is lit, and like next season is gonna be the last season.
I'll have to get caught up there. I'm on like
This
episode
is
5 of
this
season
is the
1.
Sword Village arc.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm on episode 1
guys
of season 1.
Well,
episode 5
the
season
people
1.
that make their swords, like some demons infiltrate that village, so it's about to.
Oh no.
It's even intense.
Okay. You got any other flowers? Any flames?
Flames, yes.
What you got?
I'm playing with one of my coworkers, and he might hear this because he might listen to the episodes. Don't know, but boy, you need to take a shower.
The funk, and not the fun way like you like.
It's to the point where it's like the whole front half of the office just smells
Oh
musty.
my god!
That's
And
wild.
I the other day I went home and I was like, my clothes smell like it,
Wash your
and
ass.
I don't know how you can smell
That
that
is
bad
some
and
next
not
level
know.
funk. That is some power right there.
It's bad. So like I don't, and like no one has said anything. I've told my boss like 3 times. I'm like, well, you gotta talk to him. Like, please say something to him because like it ain't really my place to call somebody out like that.
When the funk hit the fan, boy, you need to wash your ass.
But it's like you ever leave beer open and like it goes stale and you leave it just evaporates in that can. It's got that old beer smell. It's that smell mixed with like must, and it's pungent and like to the point where like if we in like a small office area and it's like it's all you can smell in there. And like if he's in there, I'll just like stand by the door. I'm like, nah, I can hear y'all. Y'all can hear me. I don't gotta be all up in there. So I gotta flame
You have
him
to
up.
go straight to his face like, dude, you stink.
But I'm like, I ain't trying to. You know what I'm saying? If it was like one of y'all my homies, if y'all ever stink, I'm like, hey bro, you stink. Go take a shower. Like you smell like musty ass. Like I'll tell y'all to y'all face because y'all my boys. We got that kind of like rapport.
You be like, you smell like fingernails after somebody done scratched the inside of their ass.
I don't
Go take a shower.
I ain't trying to cause no beef. I ain't trying to embarrass nobody.
You might end up being his hero after this. He might have some kind of thing where his olfactory senses just don't do the job. And you might be doing him a service. You don't know.
And then
Be his hero.
the other half of that flame up is all last week. my supervisor, she had a vacation. It was her first vacation in 2 years at the job. So I was like, hey, yeah, I'm going to take care of it. She does all like the purchasing for the company. So I had to do her job and my job that week. He wasn't helping out at all. And I had to pretty much do her job, my job, and then like 25% of his job because he was like, well, I haven't gotten any of these emails. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, it's weird that you CC'd on all of them. And I can see your name right here. So if you ain't got it,
Actively ignoring them.
yeah, that's what it is. And it was like, bro, we done told you 2 weeks ago that you're supposed to be responding to this shit. Now I'm like, I need you to do something and step up, and you're not doing
He ain't
shit.
trying to hear it.
Yeah, and I was like, man,
bro is not trying to be part of this.
I was like, I don't ever snitch on nobody, but I was mad. So I was just like, look, you got to fix the smell to fix his work ethic, but you can't be stinking at both jobs and at your personal hygiene. You got to pick a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
You can't stink with your personal hygiene and stink at work. Like
Right.
doing your job.
If you going to smell, I want you to stink because you was working hard. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, flame him up.
That's nasty.
You got any flames?
Nah. Nasty.
Want to flame up the people that made that Winnie the Pooh murder movie?
Was it any good?
No.
I didn't think it was going to be good.
They didn't try hard enough.
It seemed like they did.
They didn't give a damn.
I was hoping the trailer that I saw wasn't going to be the top quality that the movie was going to
Why
be,
would
but
they
I'm pretty
make
sure it
Why
was.
would they make it if they don't give a damn?
Because they can.
Well, it's the same. It's kind of like how when in the halcyon days of video game movies, through various loopholes, it was just easier to make the low budget movie, and with all the tax cuts from making it and the money you get from people going to see it because you've used an IP people like it. It probably made a lot of money anyway.
Because once you get butts and seats, the whether the movie is good or not, it just matters what their opening weekend pull is.
It depends, and that and how fast the news travels. Like if news travels on day one at its ass and it gets too far, I mean, well, that's clip.
Yeah.
But if the word travels slow enough and if people don't realize it's ass until like 2 weeks later, it's too late.
And truthfully told, like as long as you can make your budget back and turn a profit, you can get a sequel. And that's what really kept all those like X-Men movies that were not like the original three, but like all of
The ones after,
yeah, most of those it was like they made their budget back.
they had some hits in there.
There were some good ones. I would say there's some good parts from all of those movies. I don't think any of those movies by themselves are good. And I still got beef with that first X-Men First Class because they killed off the character that can't be killed. That's because they made him black. And I was like, bro,
You talking about Darwin?
yes. It makes me mad because in comics, bro, like when he encounters Hela, the goddess of death, and with one touch she'll kill you, his body turns him into a god of death. So he can't be killed.
Gotcha.
But a little energy orb though, that was too much.
Nope, couldn't adapt to that.
Could not, and like Cinema Sans said it best, was like, but why? Why couldn't he adapt to it? But that's his whole thing.
It's like one of those things where it's like, at this point, I would take any reason you give me as long as you give me one.
And they just
Just give me one.
And
you
I'm
could
like-
say he ate bad sushi on the way over. He had a tummy ache and he couldn't do it. I will take it.
give me a reason
will take
other than
it.
him being black, because I'm like, if y'all had made him any other color, you know you wouldn't have killed him.
Bro, they could have paused the movie.
To get killed by Kevin Bacon, Mr. Footloose?
They could have paused the movie, had a character pop up and be like, I know you wonder how he died, but it turns out he's ass. And I would be like, damn, he's at it. Must be true. He's ass. And that's why he died. He sucks.
But you could have killed the dude that screams to fly.
Nope.
Could have killed him. That would have made sense. Can't see him surviving an energy ball.
They couldn't honestly, they probably just killed Darwin because they had to write him out and they couldn't figure out how to do it. So they just say, boot him as fast as you can.
But I'm like, why put him in there? Because he's not like, this is first class. Darwin's not a first class mutant anyways.
They were like, so we want this guy Darwin in there. Why?
To kill him.
Why?
That's basically it. Because I'm like, you talking about first class is Beast.
Can't kill him.
I want to say it's not Gene's not even first class. Iceman.
Can't kill him.
I'm trying to think because they had a few people that are in there that are first class, but I'm like, most of the people y'all grabbed, Beast and Angel and I don't even think that Mystique was first class. I think she was a villain by the time we introduced
I like how
her.
Angel's and apparently is in first class, but is also like a teenager in X2.
Yeah, it was like weird. Your timeline is funky. Like,
and this, I think it's crazy how ungracefully Magneto and Professor X aged. Apparently,
right?
apparently they aged like dog shit.
Like straight ass. Bro.
That was like a decade.
They real stressed out.
It's like, wow, y'all aged poorly.
It was like, what happened to you in that decade? It was like, well, the Sentinels, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Professor X is messing with that stuff with his spine. I might have just aged him up. I don't know.
His spine was fine all the way up until the end.
Nah, in the Days of Future Past, he was doing like essentially heroin to give himself the ability to walk again, but he couldn't use telekinesis.
Walking is lit. He wanted to do it again.
And people are saying it wasn't heroin, it was his formula. I'm like, why they have him with the belt and him pulling it like this and with the needle? I'm like, that's
just
real
because
illusionary.
just because the application is similar to heroin does not make it heroin. When you smoking weed,
it was
somebody
also
pull up
set
and be
in
like,
like the
"Hey
60s,
man,
70s
you smoke?
too.
Well, I see you over there smoking that cigarette, getting some of that good old nicotine," and you be like, "No, sir, no." It is a similar method, but no, it's not the same.
Sick of weed? It's no damn sick of weed.
Cigarettes, sick of weed.
You got anything else intelligent to say?
No.
Expeditiously.
You said that before.
Yeah, pick a different word.
Exonerate.
Really? You pulled up with exonerate?
Some intelligent.
Sometimes you befuddle me. I'm appalled that you would even do this.
Nitroglycerin.
The unmitigated gall.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Thank you, Will.
Onomatopoeia.
Spell it.
O N A.
I don't know why you're trying so hard. You know I can't. So I
No, I already spelled it wrong. Yeah, this probably is like ONOAM. I don't know. Fuck it. Cut. Play the outro.
You want to try it again?
O. Did you just mute me? Oh no. Yeah, I don't got it. I lost.